Looking good.
All right. Now it says, oh, okay, cool. So I don't have to click go live on my end this time.
No.
All right. To be honest with you, I've never heard this one, bro. Never heard this one. Might be good. It might be terrible. Y'all, what is going down, y'all? Welcome in the most underrated podcast you already know.
Hell yeah!
Broadcasting from Most Underrated Studios, I'm your man, Thomas the Franchise, the homie Dow Palantonio, chilling across from me. Yeah, I've never heard this mashup at all. I just clicked go. I was getting so much other shit ready for the show today.
Right.
We are jam-packed. Let's see how this goes real quick.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Any other guy.
How far apart do you think these songs came out? Within a decade, right?
I would say I was gonna say
5
probably
years?
5 to 8.
Oh,
This is sick.
this turned out all right.
All right, so we got a little bit of Nirvana, Smells Like Teen Spirit, with a little bit of Rick Astley. Never Gonna Give You Up. Is that what the title is?
Yeah.
Okay,
I think it is.
good.
That's pretty good, dude. I like that one a lot. What up, fools? Welcome in to everybody in the chat. Thank you guys for sliding through, catching the live. Can you guys see us? Is everything good in the chat?
It better be good.
Is my chat... Last thing I see is John King, what up, fool? Is that the last thing you see? Or is my chat frozen again?
Yeah, that's what I see. I got Misha saying we are live, Conor Terry, what's good? And then John King, what up, fool?
All right, cool. I just want to make sure my shit's cracking in there. You never know with this shit, bro.
I know.
You really never do. Let me, I'm going to jump on Twitter and tweet out the link as well. Make sure you guys are following on social media at Dow Palantonio, at OMG It's TTF, at Most Underrated Podcast on Instagram, and at MUPcast on Twitter. Looking and sounding good. All right, cool, Misha. Thank you, bro. I didn't know, dude, I felt like so scrambled today. Before the show, we were getting so much stuff together.
Right.
And yeah, we just have a jam-packed show for you guys. A lot of stuff going on. A lot of different updates. I'm going to get some UFC updates for you guys. There's not a ton of NBA, but I want to hit on that for a brief second. Obviously, NFL heaters. You and I, a combined 21, 7, and 2 on the year.
Those pushes.
21, 7, and 2 on the year combined. Not too damn bad.
I like it.
So we'll give you guys our heaters. Obviously, we're going to do some sneakers and Supreme, go over the Supreme drop this morning. RIP to Eddie Van Halen.
Man.
We'll jump into that a little bit. Some UFC updates, some potential fights. Some fights are now off. We'll get into that, talk about that stuff as well. Maybe some underrated news, depending on how much time we have here. I think my, I don't know. I think my chat is screwed up. My shit's mad delayed, but whatever. Florida been wild. John King. Florida has been insane on all fronts, from coronavirus to everything else. Did you see this, Dow? The Miami Dolphins. The governor of Florida has granted permission for the Dolphins to allow full capacity at Hard Rock Stadium. Full capacity, which is 65,000 at that joint. So they're just going to open it up to everybody.
Yeah.
Just screw it.
There's no empty seats between anybody. It's just, let's get them all in there.
Doesn't even matter anymore.
God.
We're just going to open it up to everybody. No big deal. How terrible is that?
That sounds crazy to me,
More
man.
Florida. Did you see Tom Brady's buying a new crib?
No, I didn't.
What about this? Tupac over Vanessa Carlton? White chicks? Still balling? Still balling?
That's not bad.
It's decent, but I can't do it. I gotta go over
And
this.
I love you.
Yeah, it's decent, but...
I don't know, man. This one's not going to be decent because disco blows. But I'll see what you got.
You don't like the Bee Gees?
No, dude.
Oh, my...
No, never.
You're so gay. You're so... Okay, you're so... I can't even say that. I don't even know how to cut you down anymore without calling someone gay. How correct am I? You're so whack, bro. Are you kidding me right now?
I can't do it. I
You're
can't.
so-
Disco.
But you like hip hop. I love guys that hate disco but like hip hop when the roots and the elements of hip hop came from disco, whether it's the beat machines, the samplings, the synthesizers, and a lot of the other music you like and influenced your other music came from disco, but you don't like disco. That's fine.
It was my pops, man. I was highly influenced on classic rock, and at the
You're
time,
a follower. I understand that.
I'm not a follower of my dad.
Yeah.
Sure, okay, I'll
Right.
take that.
It was my pop. You just said.
Led by example.
So sorry, what were you going to say?
Yeah, classic rock was it at the house. If disco was played, my dad was not happy. It was just not one of those things.
He wasn't, but was he a good mood kind of guy? Because this is good mood music.
Oh, my dad was always in a good mood. He's smoking J's all day.
I don't know. I mean, I just don't know how
Call
you
it good mood, good J's.
This is good mood music. If you don't, how could you be in a good mood and not like this?
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense to me.
Disco just didn't do anything for me.
Dalton Ward in the chat. Sup, dudes? Broke my hand making the catch of the year in my semi-pro baseball league last night. Worth it. Was it better than Cody Bellinger? Was it better than my man CB Robin Fernando Tatis Jr. of the homer last night, bro?
Super
Dodgers
sad.
get the dub 6-5. All of a sudden, Slam Diego's in trouble. All of a sudden, the New York Yankees are in trouble.
Saw that.
Your boy bet the Rays. Plus 1,000 before the MLB playoffs started.
That's right. You did say that.
So, I'm excited about that.
You're looking good.
I wouldn't be too sad if the Yankees went down tonight. Oh shit! Speaking of that, I forgot to hit up my uncle Roselli. I was gonna get him on today, maybe. We're packed today, bro.
Super packed.
We don't need to get Roselli on today. Speaking of, let me just start here really quick, Dal. Everything from last show. How are you feeling today? You seem a little bit better. Energy seems good. You seem like you're, I don't know, maybe you seem like you're in better spirits, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, not bad. Not as bad as last cast.
Good to hear, man.
So yeah, I haven't been beating myself up here the last at least 24 hours. Just trying to get some focus and refocus, I guess. So I put some effort into obviously some research, but more importantly, putting some applications out there, putting myself out there to get either more opportunities in the future or, being turned down, yet again. So we'll kind of see what happens, just putting some feelers out. I actually reached out to an old buddy of mine that I worked with at T-Mobile. I won't mention his name quite yet, but he's got some things in the works that he might want to bring me onto his team for. And then, of course, I did mention your name to him. He's very familiar with you as well. So we'll see what that looks like. We're talking about 2 to 3 months down the road, maybe doing some...
You're telling me this on the show right now,
Yeah.
but I'm not trying to give out people's names and ask a ton of questions.
Totally.
But why didn't you tell me this before the show? If it involves me throwing my name in there may be an opportunity. Why didn't you open up with that today when we got here?
Yeah. I don't know, man. Just I got so many things going on. I felt
scattered this morning.
I got so many irons in the fire. It's ridiculous right now. I might go work for Lenny's Golf Shop. I might go work for the PGA Superstore.
Lenny's Golf Shop? What the hell's that?
It's just a mom and pop shop. So what they do is they do golf during the golf season, right? And then they switch over to the ski and snowboard industry, obviously in the winter. So I'd be doing fitting bindings, fitting boots, boards, that whole thing, doing heat molds, and then also doing some sales within there. And they are 100% commission. But you know how I am with commission.
Right.
I eat that shit alive.
Would you be still working at the golf course?
Oh, dude, that's seasonal. So I can keep that as long as I'm working 1 day a month. Now, remember, the golf course shuts down. My golf course is the only one in Colorado that shuts down January and February. So I'm getting all these irons in this fire just to make sure that I have something. I have multiple sources of income. So I work here a little bit. I work here a little bit. I'm going to be scattered here a little bit. We'll do the Most Underrated podcast. Instead of crazy, it sounds fun. It sounds like a grind to me. And then the individual who I don't want to mention their name quite yet that I'll talk to you about after the cast.
Unbelievable.
He's he might have some sales opportunities for us, and it would be very flexible. I'll tell you that. So something that you might be interested in. We wouldn't have any issues with like health and the knee stuff. Wouldn't be any problems. Might be a little bit of commuting here and there, but we might have some sales opportunities, you and I.
Crazy.
A little bit later. Yeah, man.
I'm glad thanks for bringing this up now. I'm very intrigued, and I can't get any of the info because we're not giving it out just yet.
Not yet.
We're saving it for the cast.
Little sneaks.
As Misha says here in the chat.
Totally.
Save it for the cast, bro, but then I can't talk to you about it on the cast. All right, cool. speaking of the knee stuff and everything, you were just bringing that up.
Yeah.
Went and got the MRI. Went and did my first physical therapy yesterday. Did a Zoom, like a virtual Zoom call with my doctor.
Okay.
She looked at the MRI photos and said that the results currently, ACL's good, MCL's good, PCL's good, all the major ligaments, everything looks good. A little bit of a bursa cyst back behind the knee from some trauma that is leaking, which is fine. She said it's just draining out.
Okay.
There's feels like a little bump back behind the knee.
Okay.
Where there was trauma there. But the injury is a partially torn patella on the front. Now, I've had issues with this kneecap dislocating. I'd probably rather have surgery, but I need to be better about wearing knee braces anyway. So she said that we could get a special knee brace that's fitted that really keeps the patella in place better. But she thinks this can be rehabbed or healed up with just rehab, and I won't have to go have surgery. So I'm down to try it. So now it's re-strengthening. I'm going to rehab twice a week. Went to my first session yesterday. I'll be going twice a week, and then I got to do these exercises 1 to 2 times a day on my own at the crib. And the knee should hopefully be healed up, at least back to where I can run and, go run a game of basketball or play flag football or skate, whatever I want to do.
How much time? What was that? Roughly?
They said we're gonna give it like a month. We're gonna check in like between a month and see where we're at, month or two.
And you're rehabbing once a week with the doctor?
Twice a week.
Twice a week. Okay.
Twice a week, and then on my own every day, doing my own strengthening as well.
Gotcha.
And then if it doesn't if we don't see it snap back and get the response, and it feels real good and real stable, then we'll look at other options from there. But they think we'll be able to avoid surgery because it can heal itself. It's just on a partial tear.
So I feel like if I was in your position, I'd have some mixed feelings, mixed emotions. You've talked about how you had knee issues for a long time. And you also mentioned like getting in and just getting this surgery done and kind of fixing the knee that you've had problems with, right? You said it keeps dislocating, things of that nature.
Yeah, it keeps like hyperextending.
But at the same time, being out with surgery, that's a bitch, man. Recuperating from surgery, that's a long process and a long time, right? So how do you feel? Are you happy with those results?
I asked those questions on my right knee. That's the way I look at it. Is like, I had surgery on my right knee, and it was a miracle. It did wonders. This knee's been great. It's been awesome ever since I had the surgery. This one, not so much. So in my brain, on one side, I'm thinking like, I should just go have the surgery because it's going to be as good as this one is. It's going to do the same shit. It's going to be. And that's not really the case. Like sometimes surgery can fuck shit up worse. Sometimes you add trauma and it doesn't really fix anything anyway. Kind of like what I already had. I've already had surgery on this knee, just a lateral release, a minor procedure to help it from to help the kneecap from not moving as much and won't, to get it to stop hyperextending.
Gotcha.
Didn't really work that well. It's still doing it. So there's that side of the coin too, where it's like, maybe it won't fix it that well. Maybe it's not going to be as good as this one is. Plus, this was a completely different injury over here. This is something I've already had a surgery for. I continue to have the issue with. If I have another surgery, they're just going to maybe repair the partially torn patella, which might be able to be repaired without surgery anyway. They didn't say anything about being able to do anything for the kneecap or what it's doing other than wearing braces and being more responsible in that aspect. And I've been terrible at that. I'm like, it's like wearing a helmet when you skate or whatever. I'm just not good at putting on pads or braces, or I've never been great at that, but I need to. I'm getting old. I'm getting older. I need to start throwing on the knee sleeve. And like she said, it's got like a donut that'll go over the patella and really protect it from sliding in or out, stuff on the sides to where you can still have really good range of motion and mobility in it. You're just not going to, if you fall on it the wrong way, it's not going to pop out like it was before. So that's just something I got to get used to. Got to get used to wearing those and doing all that shit. So yeah, man, that's where I'm at on it.
Gotcha. Well,
kind of.
It's not bad news, I guess.
No, I mean
it's not bad news.
Could be worse.
Yeah. It's like somebody just telling you, hey, you're gonna have to wear a seatbelt for the rest of your life, which is probably a fucking good thing. And for prevention, to keep your life straight, in this case, you've got to wear a knee brace for the rest of your time.
Right. John King in the chat. TTF is bad with protection. Nice one, guy. Good one. Are you retiring the blades, Doc? No, I'm not going to retire the blades. I actually got a new pair on the way, bro. I got a new pair on the way. I'm not retiring the blades ever. I'd be fun. Like, if I didn't have the knee, like I said, this knee is my right one's fine. It's just the left one with this. But I think here's the thing. If I can continue to skate with the brace and everything and be fine, I'll do it. If I put the brace and I continue to skate and something else happens, I get hurt, then we'll start talking about maybe retiring the blades. But no. Guy in his 30s should be fine to be able to do some rollerblading, some physical activities, and not have to worry about that. So I'm not retiring the blades. And it would take more than that. Take more than a little bit of, even though, I mean, you guys, my girl, she sounds just like you. Like, what are we doing here? She's on the other. I'm looking at the glass half full. She's looking at the glass half empty. Like, you got no life left. You got no. You're stop it. You're old as shit. You're fucking. She's looking at me like I'm dirt. Like I'm. Oh wow. What are you doing? The risk isn't worth it. And for me, it is. The fun I get, little wind in my hair or lack thereof, a little bit of wind in my face, if you will, wind in the beard, cardio, the cardio aspect of it. There's a lot of good things it adds. If I could just know my limits a little better, not get so crazy, I'd be fine. Mm-hmm. And that's something I got to do too, combined with the brace. I wear the brace, I know my limits, and I'll be okay.
Right. Well, now you're going to be not aggressive fruit booting. You'll just be fruit booting. I think you and I should move to Muscle Beach, California, and we'll just get our Borat suits and get our tans on and just, blade for fitness.
That is legit fruit booting. People call what we do fruit booting. It's fine, but I don't really do fruit booting. I'm not with the spandex shorts and the long sleeve tied around my waist with my shirt off getting a tan.
That's definitely me.
That's you.
That's me.
That's you with the hat on backwards.
Oh, yeah. I got the pink. I got the pink sunscreen on the nose.
Yeah.
I'm actually dancing as I'm blading, which is an art. That's a rare art form.
That's totally you.
That is me.
That is not me. If I could do that, I'd be a lot healthier though.
Yes.
If I could do that, things would be going a lot better for me.
Yeah. It's what saved my digestion. I got to be honest.
What is this? Did we hear this one before?
Ooh, a little M.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna love this one, Dallas.
I can't wait.
This just came on.
Oh, Hanson and M? Yes. Hey.
What is this?
This is great. This is what I fruit boot in.
This is you, with the fruit boots. Dude, I was on Instagram the other day and I just saw a guy. Oh, I gotta show you this guy's profile. He's exactly what you're talking about. He just rollerblades. It popped up on the Explore page, and I was like, what the hell? But he does aggressive shit. But he does like the kind of skating you're talking about. But he's in aggressive skates and he actually does like sick shit.
That's tight.
Yeah, he's crazy. It's weird. I can't decide if I like him or not yet, but I'm not hating on him.
I like him. Never met him.
Right.
We need to have him on the cast. Can we get him on the cast?
I can't believe I got to show you the page. And I can't believe we're blasting Hanson. Everyone's like, what the fuck is going on?
Oh, man. Brian Jackson says, they can take my body, but they can't take my blades. TTF.
That's me, bro.
That's you.
That's me. Let me hit on this really quick, Dal, as we get going with the show here. What's the deal with the no NBA games tonight, or the no NBA game tonight?
I don't know why it was a push. It was a push for an extra day of rest. Braun talked about it. He's like, hey, yeah, we got an extra day of rest, but don't get it twisted. I'm in the lab. I'm getting focused. I'm ready. I'm not going to let this sway my attention.
Yeah, I saw this morning. I saw he tweeted, I'm up at 6 a.m.
I don't understand.
I was like, all right, why are you up?
Do you think
no game tonight?
Did the debates push it back? I know the debates were last night. They're not tonight. They're certainly not Friday night. Does that have anything to do with it? I don't know.
I thought about that. You know what else I thought about?
What'd you think about?
Thursday Night Football.
Yeah.
Brady against the Bears tonight. Mm-hmm. I know it's not a crazy, it's not a marquee matchup, but it is Brady.
Mm-hmm.
Do they move? And the ratings are already down. NBA's already been having issues with the ratings. Do they move the game because of Brady? Does Brady hold enough weight? Does Brady carry enough weight down there that they're like, we'll just push it out to Friday. Nothing's going on.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been Brady.
Or was it scheduled already? I didn't even know.
I think it's more of the weekend ratings. Like maybe the weekend helps their ratings a little bit more.
Yeah, but Friday night is bad ratings for TV usually. Like it's like people are out doing stuff. And maybe it's different during COVID. I don't have the numbers. Maybe it's been different the past 6 months or whatever. Maybe that's changed. Yeah, I guess we'd have to have those answers.
I feel like it's got to be better than a like middle of the week. But I don't know.
Yeah, so that was kind of weird to me that they pushed the game out one extra day.
Right.
I thought that was kind of odd. I'd rather get it going tonight, but I thought that was weird. I woke up today expecting the game, and I looked, and I was like, wait, what? It's on Friday?
Extra
and then
day
I
rest,
remembered Braun saying the other night after the interview, it's going to be good to get the 2 days off and blah, 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 blah. And I guess I just didn't even think anything of it. But Lakers are up 3-1. They win the other night. So we'll wait. We'll just wait and see.
Yeah. You got 25 on it, right, with John King? The gentleman's sweep?
Yeah, if the Lakers sweep it out here, I owe John King 25.
But if not.
Or not, they don't sweep it out. But, yeah, if they win.
They win the next one, it's
gentleman's
over, yeah.
sweep, yeah. If the Heat can steal one more. If they can steal one more.
Yeah. Isn't it interesting?
7.5-point dogs going into.
Isn't it interesting that they got Adebayo back and they just seemed kind of more disconnected than the previous game? And I don't know what happened when you add another variable in there. It seems to it just changes the dynamics. Obviously, Jimmy Buckets did his, got his. He did what he had to do. There's no doubt about that. But, yeah, it obviously changed the dynamics a little bit. And, AD kind of steps up, obviously more than the previous game. LeBron's doing LeBron things. Their bench still wasn't great. I think Rondo had 8 points, a multitude of assists. He had a lot better game, this past one than the previous one. But, yeah, Adebayo, I expected more. I really did. I expected the Heat to win. It wasn't a lock in my mind, but I expected them to do better. But they seemed out of sorts a little bit.
Yeah.
So.
The chat says, Misha says NBA wants Friday and Sunday for ratings probably, just in case we go to a game 6 here. Friday and Sunday, John King. Friday is bad for ratings historically, Jay Rio.
I could believe that too, yeah, especially pre-COVID. Makes sense.
Right.
When people had lives, remember that? Remember those times?
Dude, I was just watching some highlights, and I was watching just different sporting events. I was watching some Van Halen shit last night, like behind the music and stuff, and just seeing packed arenas and packed crowds. And I was thinking a couple months ago, like, whatever, I don't miss the fans too much. And then I was watching these highlights and watching some of these concerts and stuff, and just seeing like tons of people. And I was like, damn, I guess I do miss the fans. I guess I do miss what that whole thing was like. I personally don't miss going to games that much. I was never a huge I never went to a ton of games. Yeah. So it's kind of whatever.
You like to be at home, comfortable. Have your own shit. Yeah. Have your shit around. You have control.
I just feel like most products are better on TV.
Yeah.
A concert, I like concerts, but as far as sporting events,
I miss concerts,
There's very few that are better in person.
That was a big vibe for Robin and I, concerts. That's a big hole, I think, in our relationship. That's my opinion. That was just something that you
guys did all the time.
We got along with. We did a lot. I mean, there were times that we were doing, 2 or 3 a month, just her and I. And then, of course, I'd have Mueller and my buddy Muzz. Sometimes you and I would hit a concert. So, I mean, that was a big part of my life. I really miss that.
Yeah, dude, who knows when that's going to be back, unless you're down there with the Miami Dolphins. Full capacity.
Yeah.
65,000 down there. Speaking of
so does that mean Disney World's coming back?
I have no idea.
If you got full concerts, why the hell wouldn't you have Disney World come back? 65,000. That's crazy.
I have no idea. The green light comes by way of Governor Ron DeSantis, whose spokesperson told Andy Slater that the team is now allowed to pack their stadium as part of a statewide removal of COVID-19 restrictions. So it looks like statewide, Florida's just wiping out. That's what John was talking about. It's about to be crazy down there. So I guess that means Disneyland or Disney World. Sorry, not Disneyland. Sorry, disrespectful. But then it's weird because then you get the Packers. It's wild how everyone's handling all this shit, right?
Sure.
Because then you got the Packers on the complete other side.
They've had a major influx.
Major issues over there in Wisconsin. And they announced today that the organization has put an indefinite suspension on hosting any fans. So completely different. On the same coast, but
different world.
Totally different world.
For sure.
Yeah. Really interesting. What about, I guess the Broncos are doing 5,700 is what they're still doing.
Yeah. I thought it'd be neat if they did 5,280 just for fun.
Right.
Where'd you get that number? I like 5,280. That makes sense. Let's do that.
5,280. That is the
elevation.
That's the elevation of Denver. Mile high. 5,280 feet.
Mm-hmm.
So how many feet are in a mile? Education for you guys.
And I just gave you the bitch
shots. If you're unfamiliar with the Mile High City.
Or unfamiliar with the bitch shots.
Or unfamiliar with the bitch shots.
You're welcome.
All right, I'm going to do the Van Halen shit in a minute. We're going to play you're gonna stick. You guys are gonna want to stick around for this. I'm gonna give Dow some Van Halen songs, and I'm gonna quiz him on them. And I have a piece of collectible merchandise he can win.
Oh, really?
Yes, it's a fucking prize game, dude. It's game show time.
Well, holy shit!
With Dow Palantonio. In a little bit. Just to put a bow on the Lakers shit, though. Lakers will be wearing the Mamba jerseys. Did you see that on Friday?
Yeah.
So
I'm scared of a gentleman's sweep now.
Dude, do they lose in the Mamba jersey? Should we just put $5,000 on the Lakers?
I mean,
should we put 5 G's down on the Lakers for Friday night? Is there any way they lose in the Mamba jerseys?
I think we have to put 5,025 down just because we're going to lose the money to John.
NBA Finals. Let me see this. Lakers are minus 305 right now.
Wow.
On the money line.
How much did that money line change when they announced the Mamba jerseys? It had to have changed 100 points.
That's funny.
Had to change 50 at least.
Dude, if we put 5,280 down on the Lakers,
yeah,
we'd win $2,022.
Is that worth it?
Profit. 5,200 to win 2 G's? I think it's not bad. I mean, the only problem is the Lakers aren't in a must win. We're literally just betting off the Mamba jerseys. If the Lakers go in and mail it out, we're fucked. And the series still goes on.
True.
So it's not like the greatest idea. It's not really the $5,000 game. We're just kind of we're just betting on the Mamba jerseys and Kobe Bryant.
Well, I think
we're not betting on to cover the spread. We just need them to win.
Yeah.
But that's the case.
We're betting on the Mamba jerseys, and I believe they are undefeated still in the Mamba jerseys, correct? I think that's good enough.
In the bubble. I don't know about the season.
Oh, yeah, the bubble. Oof.
But that's what's going on. So, yeah, that'll go down tomorrow night. Lakers and Heat. -7 right now. Lakers are favorite.
Yeah, of course.
UFC updates. Let's hit that really quickly, and then we'll jump into the Van Halen. UFC updates from we got some different updates. Conor McGregor, Kamaru Usman, and Tony Ferguson.
Yeah.
Let's just start with Usman here.
Yeah, so with Usman, UFC 256, right? The main event has now been called off. That doesn't mean that it is not going to happen. That does not mean that there's not going to be any other people that take the spots. That being said, the reason it was called off was Kamaru Usman announced that he and his camp needs more time. It sounds like there's obviously an undisclosed injury that he could be still dealing with, but it was supposed to be between him and Gilbert Burns. Initially, remember this was UFC 251. Gilbert Burns tested positive for COVID. That was pushed, obviously. Then you had Jorge come in there, with no prep, no time. And now, fast forward to 256, it sounds like Usman needs some more time just to heal from some, I don't even know if it's undisclosed injuries, but that's what I'm hearing. So, needs more time. No main event yet for the UFC 256.
I don't think that's super legit. Anyone that's going to call him out for that. I mean, how many times he fought this year? He fought twice already, right?
Yes.
Fought in February, or 3 times. Did he fight 3?
I think 2.
He fought in February,
right? With Covington.
Yeah, he. Let me see. Let me just look. Let me just brush up here. Okay, he fought last 3 fights. Masvidal July 12th. Dude, he didn't fight in February. He fought in December. Covington. He's only fought once this year.
Where he dislocated the jaw, broke the jaw of Covington.
That's strange.
It does feel like January, February.
Dog, he fought on July 12th against Jorge Masvidal. You said did he get injured in camp? You just said he's healing up from some stuff, but they didn't disclose?
Didn't really disclose too much, yeah.
It's weird. Has to be a camp injury, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Not faulting the guy, but
just needs more time.
All right. What about your boy T. Ferg?
T. Ferguson. So he.
I have some audio from T. Ferg too when you're ready.
I love T. Ferg, man. He's back. He's basically stating that he feels better than he ever has. He was humbled by the loss. He's hungrier than he's ever been to obviously build his brand. Mm-hmm. That being said, he reacts to UFC 254 scratch. So here's what's going on. So UFC 254, we will see finally Khabib Nurmagomedov, and we will see Justin Gaethje. Now, Justin Gaethje obviously won the opportunity to fight Khabib because he defeated Ferguson, right, at UFC 249. But the announcement was they are going to bring in Michael Chandler as the interim waiting to fight if something happened between Gaethje and Khabib, if that makes sense. So Ferguson's bitch right now is like, wait, Chandler, who's this guy?
Mm-hmm.
I just fought Gaethje. It was a great fight. Yes, I did lose, but originally it was supposed to be Ferguson versus Khabib back in the day. He's just really upset here that the UFC now is stating that Michael Chandler will be the one who steps in if anything happens to where Khabib or Justin or either of them can't fight. Michael Chandler moves in there and takes the one off, obviously, to be able to fight. So Ferguson's pissed off about that. He's saying, I'm ready to fight. He's like, send me contracts. I'm ready. I'll sign them now. And that's the latest with Tony, aside from anything just to build his brand, saying, hey, I'm humbled. I'm ready to fight. This loss has inspired me. Outside of that, that's what I got for you.
Here's some sound from Tony Ferguson the other day. Sorry. Back it up here.
You're Justin Gaethje, you're welcome. You have a belt, son. But I guarantee you know what? I'm going to tell you, go get my belt. So that ass going to get whipped. I'm coming for it. So both you and Fathead, this is a message for both you knuckleheads. My mat, my time.
You and Fathead. What do you think? What do you think of that, bro?
Fathead.
Justin Gaethje, you're effing welcome that you have a belt, son. I'm going to tell you to go get my belt because that ass is getting effing whipped. And I'm coming for it. So both you and effing Fathead, this is a message for both of you effing knuckleheads. My mat, my effing time. If you missed that there. That's the direct quote. So here's what I would say. T-Ferg, what do you mean you're welcome? He whipped the shit out of you, dog.
Yeah.
Did you see yourself I mean, you know what? You know the amount of weeks it probably took him to heal up from that? Or
dude.
Months? I mean, Justin Gaethje beat the shit out of Tony Ferguson. He didn't beat him it wasn't a give me. It wasn't a split decision that could have gone either direction. It was a straight beat down.
It was.
And wait, I don't even remember. Did he put him out at the end? Or did it go to decision and Tony just couldn't walk? I think he did put him out at the end.
I think he put him out. So,
Doug, you get put out and then you come out like, give me a break, Ferg. I know T-Ferg's your guy, but come on.
I know I love T-Ferg.
Come on. Last bit of MMA news, and we'll move on here. This morning, Conor McGregor tweets out that he's accepted an offer to fight Dustin Poirier. So it looks like the tweet says, "Hello, Dustin. I accepted the UFC's offer to fight you, but told them it must happen in 2020. So now it's all about logistics of the fight. According to this report, Conor wants to fight in 2020, but they're saying the UFC offered him the fight in January.
Oof.
So that's kind of where they're having some issues here.
Gotcha.
Quote from Conor McGregor, "I'm ready to fight November 21st given the cards and recent injury issues, as well as any of the December dates, 12th and the 19th. I'll also still donate $500,000 to the Good Fight Foundation." So that's where they're at. That's where they're trying to negotiate now because for some reason they want to give it to him in January.
Interesting. Well, I'm a little confused by that because I don't know if you've heard the rumors of Conor and Dustin trying to get a boxing match, kind of like an exhibition, kind of a charitable thing.
No, I've heard of Conor and Pacquiao.
No, well, that too.
What?
But yeah, Conor was trying
Dustin Poirier?
Yeah, Conor was trying to get a boxing event with Poirier as well, and I think Poirier gave the okay, but it had nothing to do with UFC. So now this UFC kind of comes.
UFC needs to stop fucking around and get Conor McGregor some fights. Yeah. Otherwise, this is what you're going to see because he just wants to fight. Yeah. You're going to see all this madness and all this other shit outside the UFC, and he's going to spin up this whole fucking dust, this whole tornado of all this shit. And Dana White needs to get it under control now. How do you get it under control now? Give the guy some fights. He's just been saying he wants to fight. I love Dana White. You know I love Dana White. I have so much respect for Dana White, but I think this is the biggest ball that has been dropped this year by UFC. They've done a ton of good shit.
Right.
Getting Conor McGregor fights is not one of the good things they've done this year.
Yeah.
It's been awful.
Absolutely. So here's what I see. So remember October 24th, they were going to do a co-headliner with Ferguson and Poirier.
Crazy.
Do you remember that? when we saw that card. Well, Poirier fell off the card over contract negotiations with UFC and is now angling for a charity boxing match with Conor McGregor. That's all I have on that. I don't know a date. I don't know why. I don't know what the hell's gonna.
That's what I'm saying, dude. You're gonna get all these fucking these tornado dust storms and distractions outside of what the UFC's got going on while he's under contract with UFC. If he's under contract with you, just get the guy fights. Have him train in training camps and fighting. Otherwise, he's gonna be outside of the organization doing all this extra shit,
selling his brand.
And then you have fans confused, like, what the fuck's going on here? Boxing matches with Poirier, boxing matches with Pacquiao. Now we're talking about fighting Poirier in the UFC.
Why are we boxing? We're two UFC fighters.
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
Oh well,
crazy shit. So that's the latest update there. Hopefully we can get this done in November or December. But I'd like to see Conor fight this year. If they try to push it out to January, I'm convinced that the UFC is just trying to piss him off and make him go somewhere else. They don't want him there anymore. Because it just doesn't make sense to me how you just have nothing for the guy. The guy's trying to fight, and you just have nothing for him over and over and over. I get that you don't want to put him against Diego Sanchez. I agreed with Dana White on that fact. We played the sound. We played we went over the whole story on this show. I understand that. You want to get him a legit fight. Diego's not legit. I understand. But there's guys. You guys could have had fights. You could have had him going already. So that's where I'm at on that.
Yeah. You don't think you could get Conor and Diaz yet again? I mean, that's a fight.
Right.
And people will pay.
Let's move on to Van Halen, Dal. I know this hits you pretty hard, so I kind of brushed up on all of my stuff here. And yeah, I know this affected you deeply. You had a good you and your dad had a really good bond over Van Halen.
We did, man. Yeah, I happened to be wearing this shirt that we actually bonded over. I didn't get this shirt back then. This is a vintage piece that I picked up a while back. Everybody that's tuned in the cast knows that. But the album, Balance, that was Sammy Hagar and obviously the Van Halen brothers and then Michael Anthony. This album, man, just did something for me, and I think it's one of the best. Like, I was actually more of a Sammy Hagar fan than I was, obviously, the David Lee Roth. I think David Lee Roth was a better performer. His stage antics were better, sweeter. You know, he just looked more fit out there. But when it came to voice and just what your preference was or is, I was a Hagar guy. That's just the way it is. So for me, the 5150 and Balance, just unmatched. Those two albums are just, the best in Van Halen's discography, if you ask me. But this album, man, I remember just driving on country roads with my pops, and I believe it was actually the first time that he actually offered me, a little bit of weed. Now, I didn't take it at that time, and this is one of those regrets, right? Because I was super young, right? I was born in 82, so this was like 95, 96. The album actually came out in 95, but I can't remember what year it was or how soon it was after the album. But, it was the first time I was ever offered, a toke from my pops, and I didn't take, unfortunately, because, I didn't know anything about it. And that was kind of the vibe. And every time, we were driving somewhere together, he had an old 67 pickup, and then he had an old 57 that he restored as well.
Nice.
Which was really cool. And I just remember windows down, and we'd be driving to, he taught me how to play tennis, so we'd be going to, play a little tennis on the evening or whatever, and we'd go to Convenience Plus, which was one of my favorite convenience stores down there, and we knew all the chicks that worked there, and they had the booths in there, and shit, man, we just spend hours in there just kind of hanging out, drinking our soda pops and whatnot. So Van Halen was big for me and my dad, and it was one of those bands that we just loved, and it takes me back to a time of just remembering the drives, the country roads. I can remember the smells, obviously the Mountain Dews, because my dad was so cheap, dude. So he'd let me get like a small Mountain Dew, and I'd ask for a candy bar as well. He's like, "Well, son, you're gonna rot your teeth out, and plus we ain't got the money for that. So go ahead and get one of those Jolly Ranchers." And at the time, a Jolly Rancher, he's talking about one of the individually wrapped Jolly Ranchers that was like 3 cents or 5 cents, I think, for a Jolly Rancher at that time. So, yeah, I mean, some of those memories sucked at the time. I was like, God damn, all I want is a Mountain Dew and a candy bar. Is it that big a deal? But now, being older, it takes me to a time, and it also hits home, right? Because Eddie unfortunately passed via cancer. It had started with tongue cancer, and then went into his throat, and then by the time he passed, here in October. It had gone all the way to his brain, metastasized. It was bad news.
I saw that he something kind of weird. There were a couple little weird things about Eddie, and this is an RIP Eddie, but Eddie is gone at 65 for a reason.
Yeah.
Eddie was addicted to alcohol. Eddie was addicted to drugs. His wife, Valerie Bertinelli, longtime wife, she talked about divorcing him in the early 2000s. I think she got separated from him in 2000 or 2001, and then she divorced him in 2007 because of his alcohol addiction, his cocaine addiction, and he smoked cigarettes forever.
Chain smoker.
So it was interesting to me, and I say all that to tell you guys this. In multiple little documentary things I saw, I was watching of Eddie Van Halen last night, he blamed guitar picks. He said, I used metal guitar picks for years, and I got cancer on my tongue in the exact spot where I used to keep the guitar picks. I used to hold these guitar picks. He's like, I had to think that had something to do with it. Then he also said something about I was around electric equipment and around amps and my whole life. So he thinks that's his take, but never putting in there the smoking cigarettes for as long as he did,
right?
And the other drugs or whatever else. You know what I mean? The hard living. Yeah. He never blamed that. He blamed the guitar picks and being around electronics.
So yeah, you bring up some good points, right? So let me just knock these home. So he started drinking as young as 12 years old. And do you know who gave him his first drink?
Yeah, I saw his dad. Cigarette and a drink.
Because Eddie goes up to his dad, because he is just scared. Like, he's a natural musician.
Stage fright.
Yeah, he's got stage fright. And his dad, he's seen his dad gig. And as a matter of fact, when they moved to California as a family from Holland, which is where he was born. He was born in Amsterdam, which is cool. They took a boat all the way here. Well, his dad was gigging on the boat as they were making their way here, so music was in his blood. And shortly thereafter, he came up to his dad and he says, "Hey, how do you deal with the public? How can you perform?" He's like, "I am scared as shit." And his dad hands him literally a drink and a cigarette and says, "Here you go.
Yeah,
this is how I deal." So yeah, he's been drinking and smoking since he was 12. Supposedly he was entirely clean and sober from all this from 2008 to the present. But yes, he battled hard with addiction. And you look at Van Halen, one of the biggest bands of all time, especially at their time, late 70s, 80s. Oh my God, these guys hit it really hard. I don't know if you know, but there was an MTV contest that was where you could win this contest through MTV. You had to send in a postcard, blah, 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 and you could hang out with Van Halen for 48 hours.
No.
And there's this documentary. You guys should watch it. I think it's MTV Rock Weekend or something like that with Van Halen. And it was this concert. There was this little contest that you could win for 48 hours and hang out with Van Halen. So it showed this kid and his buddy hanging out with them and all of the endeavors that they got to deal with Van Halen. Oh, my God.
Did it look like a chore or a blast?
Oh, a blast. What a great time it would have been to hang with Van Halen. But that being said, man, yes, his picks, they were both all of them were made out of copper and brass. So they were metals, obviously, that he did put within his mouth. But yeah, he didn't want to point the finger at anything like alcohol, addiction, smoking all those years. And then it's interesting, you mentioned the electronics piece. The reason why it's somewhat believable is Eddie Van Halen basically built all of his equipment.
Right.
He built his guitar that we're going to talk about, the Frankenstein, also the Frankenstrat, as you would. It's also been known as that. He called it his baby. But there was a lot of things that he did that he built because his brain just worked in such a mechanical way and said, "Hey, I don't like this. It should sound like this, but it's not sounding like this." So he was pretty much an inventor. And the humbuckers, stealing humbucker picks from Gibson and then stealing the body of a Stratocaster and not buying either one of those, that's what he was. He was a Frankenstein with electrical equipment. So yes, he was heavily, heavily, heavily around electrical equipment.
I have some sound talking about that guitar. I don't know. Do you have some photos of the guitar?
Yeah, absolutely.
Some stuff you can put up on the screen. The guitar is a big part of Eddie Van Halen. Mm-hmm. They called it the Frankenstrat or the Frankenstein, and it was because he built the guitar from the ground up. And here's him talking about how he got the original guitar and the cost, and basically talking about how they had a bunch of guitar frames, and they were like frames that weren't able, or they had like issues. They called them. Oh, I think he said they call them seconds. Check this out.
I'll never forget, there's a body laying at the bottom. I'm going, what are these? And I go, oh, those are seconds. I didn't know what that meant.
They were raw, unfinished,
Yeah.
just stacked
It's
up.
just a piece of wood, but they called them seconds. I'm going, oh, so that means they're next in line to be manufactured. No, that means they got a knot in the wood. Cosmetically, they were not attractive. I'm going, well, I'll take one of those because I don't care if it's got a knot in it. The body cost me $50 and the neck cost me $80.
Look at that, dude.
How cool is that, right?
Yep. Just rolled in there. And this is him. I have another piece of sound. This was great. This is him talking about the reason he was making the guitar. You know, it wasn't a lot of people make something like this to sell, or they're inventing something or whatever. That wasn't really the purpose for Eddie.
What I was trying to do was cross-pollinate a Gibson with a Fender because I loved the vibrato bar. And this was way before Floyd.
You know, at the time, nobody built their own guitars. What made you want?
I didn't have the money, and the guitar that I wanted to play did not exist. It was that simple.
Right. Did you feel like you were onto something?
Yeah, well, I mean, for me, I wasn't looking for anything to sell or to please other people. There's just nothing was out there that I wanted.
How sick, dude.
That's so cool, dude.
How cool. So he's just like, yo, no one has it. It kind of reminds me of Jimi Hendrix, after Hendrix, how he played the right-handed guitar upside down backwards because he was left-handed. So that's how he was able to pull. I think, I might be wrong. I think that's what it was. I think he played a right-handed guitar upside down backwards.
Upside down. You got
Is that
it.
correct?
Yep.
So he could pull sound out of it that you couldn't just get. Well, same kind of thing. He took what Hendrix did to the next level by just completely building his own shit. He painted it. That's why it looks the way it does.
Did you hear about the paint job?
Yeah.
So, dude, there was no rhyme or reason.
I know.
There's some audio on it. He says there was no rhyme or reason. He says, I just started painting it, then I put some tape, and then I peeled the tape off, and this is kind of what it was.
Yeah.
He's like, I didn't set out to make an art piece.
No. Yep.
He's just like, he actually said, he's like, well, I made a black one, and it was kind of boring. I didn't really like it that much. So I put some tape and started painting.
Love it. Love it. All right, Dal, here's the Uncle Jim in the chat. Love the shirt, Dal.
Thank you, Uncle Jim.
There
Appreciate
go,
you, man.
bud. Look at that. Let's get a little game show music going here. My game show music for you.
Little Austin Powers.
Here's a list, Dal. There's 9. Oh no! Look what I just did to our table.
Oh, wow.
And this is Sharpie. I might have just little Eddie Van Halen to our table. Wow.
Can you peel the tape and make it go away?
Can they see that on camera?
Let's see here. Hold up. Let me see what I can do here.
No. It's fine. Leave it. Just leave it. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, they
We're-
can kind of see it right behind your phone.
Just leave it. This is bad news. Holy shit.
Wow.
Anyways, I wrote down the songs on a napkin because I forgot to do that for you before. These are the songs. These are the songs that are here. There's 9 songs. I need you to do better. I need you to get 5 out of 9.
5 out of 9.
And you're going to win this prize.
I don't. Oh.
This is from Uncle Jim, from his collection.
Oh my God.
This is a Van Halen songbook.
Tablature.
Yep. It's for piano. So you can play all the Van Halen songs in piano, and it's got a bunch of photos that you like rare photos you couldn't find anywhere else inside.
Oh my God, that is
So-
super cool.
Uncle Jim has put this up. If you can get 5 out of 9.
Oh my God, this is.
He didn't agree to that, by the way, but I'm going to work it out with him.
I've got sweaty balls all of a sudden.
I'm going to work it out with him later.
Wow, dude, this is. Oh, so real quick, so you see the tablature in here, right?
Yeah.
Tablature was never written before Eddie Van Halen. Did you know that?
No.
They literally, because he was so crazy with the guitar and had such a unique style, guitar tablature was kind of invented because of Eddie Van Halen.
Interesting.
They had to tab it out because of his wildness and his technique that was unlike anything that anybody's ever seen. So a side note there.
Little side note. Tablature.
Tablature.
So
Guitar
yes,
tablature.
that booklet, highly collectible, very cool. Very cool piece. So
Really cool.
that's what we're
dude.
playing here.
Uncle
You
Jim.
gotta get 5 out of 9 right, Dal. Now,
Yeah, I don't see a lot of songs from Balance on here. Our favorite album.
I'm gonna play you. Those are the greatest hits, though.
They are. There's
Those
no doubt
are
about that.
9 of the top Van Halen songs. I didn't pick any obscure shit.
No argument.
I didn't go any. Yeah, I didn't go deep cuts for you. But
What's the rules?
I'm going to play you. There's going to be 2 opportunities. There's going to be a first snippet.
Okay.
If you get it, great. If you get it on the first one, you're a G.
Okay.
I'm going to play you a second one that's a little easier. Maybe a different part of the song, maybe a little longer.
Okay.
If you get it, great. If you don't get it after those 2, that's it.
That's it.
That's it.
So I get 2 opportunities. It's kind of like
Per song.
name that song or
Yeah,
name that
name that
tune.
tune.
That's it.
Name that tune, Van Halen style.
See if we can do this.
All right. Here's the first one. Let's let me turn down the game show music a little bit here.
Yeah, don't mess me up here.
All right.
We need no Austin Powers here.
You ready?
All right, I'm ready. And it's out of these 9.
Yes.
Okay. That's got to be Panama.
That's got to be Panama. Let's hear it again.
Panama.
Is that got to be Panama? Dow Palantonio.
Yeah.
Is that your final answer, or do you want to hear the second snippet?
You know what? I'm gonna say that's my final answer. But go ahead and give me the snippet. Let's go ahead.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make this interesting. I just thought of a curveball to change the rules to make this more fun. You still have to get 5 correct. If you get them off the first rip,
Okay.
if you get them off the first, it's worth 2.
Okay.
So you can get to 5 by only getting 3 correct. Does that make sense? 3 out of the 9 if you get them off the first rip. If you take the second hint, it's only worth 1. Oh, gosh, I love it.
Wow.
So do you want the second hint, or do you want to go with this? Is this Panama, Dow? And give me your phone right now. Give me your phone. Move it over here. I don't want any cheating.
You know
We
what?
got collectibles on the line.
This
damn
is this is the first one. Let's go ahead and go with the second hint. I will not take the 2. Go ahead and,
You don't want to take the 2 on that? Doesn't that feel easy? Panama. No, he doesn't want the 2. Are you sure? Final answer. What do you want here?
I'm talking myself out of it.
Typical Dow.
I know. Really got me. That's not that right now. No, just love. You got me a little twisted thinking it's Running with the Devil, but I still think that's Panama.
You're going with the 2.
Give me the 2. It's Panama. Final answer.
Final answer. I'm going to play you the second clip and you tell me if you're correct. Oops, sorry. Here you go. Second clip.
I am not correct.
Uh-oh. What song is it? Damn it.
Damn it. Dance the Night Away.
Dance the Night Away. Dow Palantonio. Dow Palantonio. Dance the Night Away.
You know why I didn't get it? Because
Why?
it's David Lee Roth.
Dude, this spent me. What am I doing? This took me probably an hour and a half last night to do this, dude, because I intentionally took riffs that sounded like other songs to make it that good for you.
That first riff sounded like
that
Panama.
was on. Of course it did. That was on purpose.
Damn it.
That was on purpose. All right. Next one up. Let's go with. Let's go with this one. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
First clip. Oops.
Wow, that's a tough one. I mean, I want to go right to You Really Got Me, but that wasn't long enough. That's wow, that one's hard, dude.
You want the second one?
Yeah, give me the second one. Yeah, You Really Got Me.
Really got me.
You Really Got Me.
Is Dow.
I'm
correct.
100% You Really Got Me. Dude, but I had it on that first one.
On the first one, what do you mean?
On the first note, but I questioned it, remember?
Yep.
I'm like, it sounds like You Really Got Me, but I needed more.
Could have got 2 there. All right. So you have 1 point.
So I'm one for one. And I got one point.
Yeah, you should have 1 point. We just need to make sure you get 5 points here.
All right. Do we need to set up a tally? You got that in your head?
I got it. You have 1 point.
People got it.
The chat's got it under control. Dow has 1 point.
Okay. I killed that one.
Here we go.
That's David Lee Roth again.
With the next one. Ready, Dow?
Ready. Oh, shit. That's hard.
Oh!
Wow. One more. And I get up. I'm going to say, man, that's got to be Jump.
Is that Jump?
One more time. Oh, God damn, that's hard. And I get up. It sounds like, and I get up, which is might as well jump.
You going with the jump, or you want the second clip?
Let's see, 2. So then I would have 3 if I got that first one, if I was correct.
Are you a gambling man, or do you want to play it safe and hear the next clip?
That right? It's not right now. Is this love? Absolutely not. Finish what you started. It's not. Running with the devil. Man, dude, out of this list. Okay, give me the second clip.
Second clip. Oh.
I gotta finish what you started. I'm gonna.
That is a very distinctive guitar. That leads right into the hook on that song.
Jump. Final answer.
Jump, final answer. Does that guitar lead into the hook on Jump?
Damn it. Oh, man, that's so hard.
Wow.
I can't believe I missed that.
Dow Palantoni, that's tough. That's very tough. That's hard, Dow.
That's real hard.
That was the second clip. And that's the song. Couldn't do it.
Really hard.
Very hard. 1 point still for Dow Palantonio. All right, let's go with...
and then back to Austin Powers.
Yeah, back to Powers. Game show music. Let's do this one. Let's do this one.
Ooh, love that one.
What is that one?
One more time. I'm thinking it's finish what you started, but I can't say that yet. Give me the second clip. Yes, I'm living at tomorrow. Yes, I'm living at Yes, I'm living at
What is it, Dow? And then to throw in a little confusing.
Yes, I'm living at
What song is that, Dow?
Is this love right now? So it's either Running with the Devil or Finish What You Started. Yes, I'm living at Finish What You Started.
Final?
Final.
Dow. Is it Finish What You Started?
Damn it.
Damn it! Oh my gosh. Dow, I thought you had it. Why don't you just sing it more? Running with the devil. Come on, my guy. All right. Well, we're running out of easy ones. No, I'm just kidding. All right.
Well,
Here we go. Are you ready for the next one?
I guess. Hot for Teacher. Final answer.
Hot for Teacher. Final answer.
I'm hot for teacher.
Got him. 2-pointer there. He's up to 3.
I needed it.
He needed it.
I needed it.
Didn't even hesitate. That's when you're good, Dow. When you start going back and forth, and it's bad news.
Needed it.
This was the second clip from that one.
Oh, that's easy.
Right.
Starts talking about it.
Yep. All right. Hot for Teacher. Dow has 3.
I need
3
2 more.
points.
So what do I don't even tell me what we have left.
No. We got 1. We've got 2. We've got 3. We've got 4.
So if I hit a 2-pointer, it's over. I've won.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I think I got this. I don't know if Uncle is ready to give up his book. but
Okay.
I think I got this.
All right.
I feel good.
Here we go. Nothing?
No.
Second one.
Give me another clip. Yeah, that's got to be. It's 100% final answer right now.
Right now. To get him to 4 points.
It's not what it takes.
Damn it.
Is this love?
Can't this be love?
Oh, man. Shit. All right. So, okay. All right. Next one, Dow. Next one.
Now, come on, baby.
Oh.
100%. No questions asked. One clip. Finish what you started.
Oh. Finish what you started.
Come on, baby. Hey!
Let's go. Let's go. All right, last two here.
Right now, 100%. 100%.
100%.
Right.
Hey!
Beautiful song. Beautiful. Dude, do you remember the music video on this?
Of course.
Wow.
Is that Van Halen or Van Hagar?
That's Van Hagar. It's the best. It's the best Van Hagar.
Last one. You ready?
Yeah. Might as well jump.
Is it jump?
Yeah. 100%.
Easy. Had him a little scared.
I was sweating.
Had him on the ropes.
I was sweating in the hot seat here.
Had him on the ropes for a little while there.
Can you see if I'm sweaty? I'm red. I'm sweaty. Pity. Little pity.
Little no,
pity.
you can't really see in the black shirt that well.
It's good news.
Yeah, the black's a lot better.
Because the gray was bad last cast.
The gray was bad. Great job, Dal.
Thank you, man.
That was pretty good, dude. Good shit.
There were some opportunities in there. I feel really bad, but they were small clips. I can't beat myself up like I did last cast.
Uncle Jim said I already won. I'm looking at the chat. Oh, here's your phone back as well, so we can catch up on
the chat.
Some of the comments. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that one, man. I thought about that when I was driving home yesterday from the rehab center. I was listening to Van Halen on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
Van Halen's greatest hits on my phone, playing through the car. And I was like, yo, let me give, I saw your Instagram post yesterday. I was like, let me give Dal a little quiz, bro. Let me see. But Uncle Jim said he already won it. He already got them all right before you, so he gets the book.
He gets the book. Congratulations, Jim.
Good job, though, Dal. It's good shit.
Thank you. That was fun, man. I enjoyed that.
Dow came back hot in the fourth quarter. Brian Jackson.
Sure did.
Here we go. All right, Dow, let's where do we want to go here? Where are we at? We're about an hour in. Yeah. Let's go ahead and jump into a little segment that we like to call Heaters.
This is my heater. I dare you to hit it.
Hot shit. I'm going too hot, lady. Here come the hot stepper.
Heaters. This week, we are crushing heaters, man. Mm-hmm. Heaters Week 5 brought to you by Denver Sports Betting. I'd like to take the chance to tell you guys about our friends over at Denver Sports Betting. You already know. DenverSportsBetting.com is a local sports media outlet dedicated to covering sports from a betting perspective. DSB is not a sports book, but rather an outlet where you can go educate yourself before placing a bet. From betting previews, analysis and breakdowns, to sweepstakes and memorabilia giveaways, Denver Sports Betting has you covered. Sports betting is becoming legal in more and more states throughout the country, and it's time to get your edge with DenverSportsBetting.com. Check them out at DenverSportsBetting.com. Betting Denver on Twitter, Denver Sports Betting on IG, and Denver Sports Betting on Facebook. All right, Dow.
Yo.
Let's jump into the heaters for Week 5. A little bit difficult this week.
It was.
A lot of uncertainty. We don't really know what's going to happen with the Titans game, Titans-Buffalo Bills game. We'll talk about that after heaters, how that's going to have some implications there. I'll give you guys the latest update there. But Let's do the heaters here. What you got for your first one, week 5?
All right, most confident man. Off the rip, we're going Carolina versus the Falcons. So the Falcons have opened as a -3.5 favorite since that they have fallen to -2 on the heels of Monday night's performance against the Packers. At 0-4 this season, this team has blown massive second half leads, as yielding a whopping 34.5 points per game. Did we mention that Quinn is actually a defensive-minded coach as well? This does not bode well. The Panthers sit in the top 12 in yards per game, as Teddy Bridgewater is completing 73% of his passes while throwing for nearly 290 yards per game. The Panthers' defense is allowing just 227 passing yards per game, which is the 7th best mark in the league. Julio Jones, trade rumors, still hurt with obviously the hamstring. He's probably not gonna play. Calvin Ridley was only held to zero receptions, 0 yards, as even Julio was out the whole second half. Carolina +2, easy cover.
Dal Palantonio on the Panthers.
Yes, sir.
This may surprise some cats. Doesn't surprise me. I'm with you. I'm going to be with you on the Panthers, man. I think there's been a lot of money to be made on going against teams off of Monday night games. Falcons just came off a Monday night game. We saw they got torched by Rodgers. It just doesn't allow for them to make the adjustments going into the next game, especially when they play at 11 a.m. Plus, Atlanta has a ton of injuries. Yeah. So between coming off the Monday night game, all the injuries, I'm with you, everything you said there. Also, the Falcons D, they've been pretty good at stopping the run, but they've been getting killed by running backs out of the backfield. No Christian McCaffrey for the Panthers, but Mike Davis has been good. Not great running the ball. Falcons are pretty good at stopping the run, but they're not good at stopping the running back to catch passes out of the backfield. I like Mike Davis to eat this week. I'm with you. Teddy Bridgewater and the Panthers +2.
Love it.
Straight cash, homie.
What's your next one?
Second one for me. Let's look at Eagles versus Steelers. Let's start this way. Steelers are 8-1 against the spread in the last 9 games versus NFC. Philadelphia, however, is 1-4 against the spread in its last 5 games. Steelers had a bye, which gave them a lot more prep time and a lot more time to get healthy. And as we know in the NFL, it's such a short season, very, very imperative, which is totaling up to 13 days rest. That is huge. Also with the Eagles, Lane Johnson, questionable. Darius Slay, DB, questionable. Deshaun Jackson, wide receiver, questionable. Jason Peters, out. Dallas Goedert, out. Alshon Jeffrey, out. I'm going to say Steelers -7. Easy cover.
Woo!
Straight cash, homie.
Sorry, my button wasn't working there, bro.
That's all right.
You know what, Dal? I'm going to go with you on this one, man. The Eagles somehow were able to squeak out a win against the Niners last weekend because Nick
win.
Mullins was terrible.
Yeah.
The Eagles have had major issues on the offensive line. We know that they were down 3 linemen, and that doesn't even include Lane Johnson, who's been hobbled. They're down 3 additional linemen on top of Lane Johnson. 49ers couldn't really take advantage last week because they're missing D Ford and Nick Bosa on the other side. Steelers are not in the same position. You got them Ferraris on the outside. Bud Dupree, TJ Watt, they're going to be coming. I don't think Carson Wentz behind that O-line, dude. There's going to be a lot of turnovers, a lot of sacks, a lot of mistakes for Carson Wentz. Steelers also get an extra week of prep. Didn't have to play last week because of the Titans with the COVID, all that. I think they'll be able to take advantage of a tired, banged-up Philly team coming back from the West Coast in the 49er game last weekend. Steelers, minus the touchdown. Let's go.
Love it.
Straight cash, homie.
All right,
we're in
next.
agreement so far.
That's interesting, man.
2 agreements.
I don't think I've ever let it off with some agreements like this, but this is good. Let's take a look at Vikings at Seattle Seahawks. Dude, the Vikings have been excellent at getting opponents off the field, holding opponents to under 32% success on third down through 4 games. They've also been great in the red zone, leaving opponents without a touchdown inside the 20-yard line 41% of the time, which is second lowest in the NFL. The Vikings' passing game can exploit a soft Seattle secondary that has given up 20 passes of 20 yards or more, with top targets like Thielen and rookie Justin Jefferson coming out of the clutch here. Dalvin Cook averaging also 5.7 yards per carry, and I think the Seahawks are a little soft when it comes to run D. That being said, if Justin Jefferson has a week like he had last week with 4 catches at 103 yards, he's averaging 25.3 yards per reception. Vikings all day. Vikings +7 at home for Seattle and not having the 12th man. I love this.
Cash, homie.
Look at you, Dal. I looked at that one. I decided to pass on it. Just didn't feel the greatest about it.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with this Dolphins at 49er game. It's got interesting to me. Now, this pick is assuming Jimmy Garoppolo doesn't play again. He did practice in a limited capacity yesterday, so we'll see. We'll see if how he's going into this week. But if it's Nick Mullins again, I mean, I went against the Niners 2 weeks ago and got burned. Remember that?
I do.
By the Giants.
Yep.
Giants killed me. Last week proved to be the week you should bet against the Niners because they got upset by the Eagles.
Correct.
There's several reasons to love the Dolphins this week. As I mentioned before, 49ers D-line injuries, D Ford, Nick Bosa, gone. Plus, they're also down their top 3 cornerbacks at the moment. If that continues to be the case going into the weekend, they're going to have severe problems stopping Miami, whose wide receiving core is the strength of their team, especially Fitzpatrick. Also, check out the gauntlet that the Niners have to play after this non-conference game. You got the Rams, Patriots, Seahawks, Packers, Saints, and Rams again over the next 6 weeks. There's a possibility they could be looking ahead, not really looking forward to the Dolphins this weekend as much as they should be. I hope Jimmy G sits, but either way, I still love rolling with Fitzpatrick when he gets a bunch of points. Dolphins are getting 9 here. There have been so many games over the years where I've watched Fitzpatrick be down 25 points in the fourth quarter, only to come back and lose the game by 5 at the end. That's for me. I could see that scenario happening this Sunday. I'm rolling with the Dolphins and the big points. Dolphins +9.
Straight cash, homie.
I am actually with you on this one at the
Whoa!
+9. And here is why. The only thing I want to add, dude, is garbage time is a real thing when you're talking Miami Dolphins.
And Fitzy.
Don't
Yeah.
get it twisted with that guy. You know, he is Fitz magic for a reason, and a lot of that is garbage time. Same with Deshaun Watson. If you're looking for fantasy results, garbage time is going to be very, very pertinent in this game, and I'm right there with you. Dolphins +9.
Love it. I'm documenting your picks right now. Dolphin. What was the one? Vikings, right?
Vikings, yes. I have Vikings +7 against the Seahawks.
Vikings +7. Okay. All right, cool. Jeez, dude, 9 points on that Dolphin game's a grip.
Just wait till you're going to hear one of my last ones here.
I'm going the next one, Giants-Cowboys. What?
Same.
You're on Giants-Cowboys?
Same, yeah.
This one scares me a little bit.
Same.
But I'm going back this week against the overrated Dallas Cowboys. How are the Cowboys a 10-point favorite over anyone? They don't even realize there are 4 quarters in the game. Mm-hmm. These guys do all their damage in 1 quarter. They don't even play the other 3. And you're telling me they're a 10-point favorite? So maybe Vegas thinks they're going to figure it out this week. I don't know. Injuries have been a theme, it seems like today for the Heaters. Seems like really this year. Injuries have played a huge factor in Heaters. I think the Cowboys currently down 2 of its top 3 corners, 2 of its top 3 linebackers. They've been getting burned on the pass. Odell Beckham Jr. last week torched him for 3 tutties. Daniel Jones, ball security, and the Giants' O-line is why I'm a little bit scared. Those have been the issues for the Giants this season. But Cowboys' defensive injuries and the lack of pressure that they're able to put on the QB, this may be Daniel Jones' coming out party. He may come out and light it up this week because they haven't been able to get any pressure. Also, throw in a little added motivation for Giants offensive coordinator Jason Garrett against his old team. I like the Giants +9.5 here.
Straight cash, homie.
All right. I said I was with you on this one. I am totally against you. I am taking the Cowboys at -9.5. Them boys got something to prove, and here's why.
You were with me last week on the overrated Cowboys. Now you're not?
I'm not. I'm going back to the Cowboys here. Cowboys have won the last 6 head-to-head meetings. Cowboys averaging 29.3 points per game. Their defense has been a little suspect, but will be able to put more points than necessary on the board to get this done. Cowboys also want to show out for Mr. Jason Garrett, who happens to be the offensive coordinator, just like you mentioned. This is a revenge game. F you, Jason Garrett. We're going to show you why you got the hell out of here and why you weren't worth a shit. Giants gave up 113 rush yards to Benny Snell Jr. Who? From Pittsburgh week 1, and 82 yards and 45 receiving yards from David Montgomery, hurt groin, never heard of her, Bears, who? Cowboys -9.5, easy cover.
Straight cash, homie.
We're head-to-head on that one. Are we going 5?
We got to go 5 on it. I look forward to taking your 5.
Okay.
What's your last one?
Bengals at Ravens.
Okay.
Bengals at Ravens, my last one. The Bengals surrendered 72 points in the 2 meetings last year against the Ravens.
Okay.
They vowed to improve their linebacking core this year. I looked through their roster. I didn't really see it. Quite simply, the Bengals won't be able to stop the Baltimore running game. Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt trampled the Bengals a few weeks ago, and all of the bruising running backs for the Ravens, Gus Edwards, J.K. Dobbins, Mark Ingram, they're all going to do the same. They're the same kind of bruising running backs. I don't think the Bengals are going to be able to stop them. Then you throw in a couple of those quick little flash runs from Lamar Jackson. I don't see how they keep it close. The number is big. They covered the big number of 13 last week against Washington. I'm going with the Ravens to cover the big number again this week. Baltimore minus 12.5.
Wow.
Against the Bengals.
Big numbers.
Great cash, homie.
There we go. Dal Palantonio is on 3. No, wait, let me see. Are you on 3 dogs?
1, 2, 3. 3 dogs. You got it.
3 dogs and 2 favorites.
Yep.
I am on the exact same, aren't I?
Yeah.
3 dogs and 2 favorites.
3 dogs, 2 favorites.
Dal's got the Panthers +2 as well as I do. Dal's got the Steelers -7 as well as I do. He's got the Vikings +7. He's got the Dolphins +9 as well as me.
Perfect.
And then he's got the Cowboys -9.5.
Woo!
So we're on 3 games together. We're going against each other on the Cowboys-Giants game. And then I have the Ravens -12.5.
Love it.
By myself again this week. You didn't want any action with the Ravens last week. You don't want any part of the Ravens again this week. But somehow you flopped. You flip-flopped. You turned on us. You said Dallas was overrated. You were with me last week. It proved to be true. Everything we said proved to be true, and then you flipped on me.
Yes, I did.
I don't get it. We'll see how it pans out this weekend. Those are your heaters for the NFL season week 5, presented by DenverSportsBetting.com.
For that reason,
That's it. I meant to shoot a gunshot there.
And for that reason, we're out.
Oh, funny.
It's almost like we dropped a mic.
I know. Funny stuff. All right, Dal. Let's see. You're getting some disagreement in the chat. Getting some agreement in the chat. Stumbling, rumbling, and bumbling for the win. Uncle Jim.
Oh, yeah,
on
for
the Van
Van
Halen.
Halen.
Nice. Dal should have just said Vikings versus Seahawks, Russell Wilson. End of story. I looked at that one. I like that one. That's an interesting one tonight. What do you got for tonight's matchup? Thursday nighter.
Tonight's matchup, it's interesting. You know, I'd love to see Brady come out and just do some big things.
They're so banged up at the wide receiver position. We have Mike Evans, who's maybe. Godwin's for sure out. Scotty Miller's banged up. Then they have O.J. Howard.
Lost him.
Banged up.
Yep.
So, dude, they're struggling.
They're losing it over there.
You think?
And who's their running back? Ronald Jones.
Ronald Jones,
the 3rd.
Ronald Jones, the 20th.
27th.
Are they favored tonight?
I think they're favored.
Let me see. I didn't even look at the spread.
I haven't really looked at that game too much.
Bucks minus 3.5. 3 in the hook tonight. They're trying to get you on Thursday night.
Do you think Big Dick Nick
makes
a great appearance?
Dude, I like the Bears plus 3.5 all day against.
Isn't it funny how he makes better appearances when he comes off the bench versus when he starts?
Yeah.
I know we're basing it off of this last week's game, but I'm just saying, maybe we put in Trubisky for 2 minutes, and then we bring in Nick Foles.
I think Brady's trying to get a little revenge from the Super Bowl that he lost to Foles when he was with the Eagles.
That could be.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Why did they lose that Super Bowl? Was it because of Brady? Was it because of Foles? Or was it because Bill Belichick refused to play Malcolm Butler? Ooh. Take it back. Remember
Malcolm Butler's a big one on that, yeah.
I'd say that's the reason.
We were all confused.
Right. Very confused. So that's going to be a fun one tonight. Let me see. What else did I want to hit on? Oh, fantasy really quickly.
Yes, sir.
So this whole and then we'll jump into sneakers. The whole fantasy situation for this weekend with the rosters. For the most underrated league, if you're in the most underrated league, let me know in the chat right now. I'm going to put out a message in our league as well. But this is a very hard league. I talked to you guys about this already because we don't have a ton of bench spots. There are only 5 bench spots in this league, and it's open waivers. It's open season on waivers. There's no restrictions. It's first come, first serve. Do your thing. And yeah, it's a hard league. You really got to pay attention, and there's not a lot of stash spots available on the bench. So with that in mind, I want to ask you guys, would you like to put 2 IR spots in there? Not more bench spots, but 2 injured reserve spots for COVID-19. For example, obviously we know that there's 23 Titans that have tested positive. The game's up in the air. We don't know if they're going to play against Buffalo this weekend. Now all your Titans and your Buffalo Bills players are going to be screwed. So do you guys want to be able to, if a player catches COVID, do you want to be able to put them on IR? Because the fantasy app is automatically going to mark anyone that's games canceled due to COVID-19. They're going to make them on IR. So that way they're eligible to slide into an IR slot. For me, in my other leagues where we have 9 bench spots or whatever, I don't care. I don't
Not
really need
necessary,
IR spots. Here, I thought I'd throw it out to you guys because it is very shallow. There's only 5 bench spots. People are going to be having to drop other players.
Yeah. Or elite players. Like, is it fair that I would have to maybe drop Nick Chubb right now when he could be 5 to 6 weeks? I'm thinking in my head, just as somebody who has an opinion on this.
So you're saying you could take advantage of the IR spot.
I could take advantage of the IR spot and still keep somebody like Nick Chubb, who is obviously the 3rd, 4th running back in the league, when it comes to elite status. So to me,
that's an example for an actual IR thing.
Right.
And I have an example for a COVID thing. Like, for example, I have Josh Allen. If Josh Allen doesn't end up playing this weekend because he's playing Tennessee and that game gets canceled, word on the street is the NFL might make Tennessee forfeit the game due to their lack of
following protocol.
Yeah. PPE, social distancing, all the stuff, all the protocols the NFL's put in place to keep everyone safe. Because of their lack of that, the NFL's debating on whether saying, hey, you guys got to forfeit the game. That's an L. Right. Take that L and be done with it.
Because if they didn't forfeit it, it would just be postponed, and then the team that they're playing wouldn't be an option, correct? It would just be like a bye status. Am I correct on that? So if it's postponed, they could have the opportunity of placing one of your guys, like you said, on IR because they they
don't have a
the game.
Right.
Gotcha.
Right.
That makes sense.
So for example, I could slide Josh Allen into IR and then be able to pick up a quarterback to be able to play. If that doesn't happen, then I'm just gonna have to drop somebody and add a quarterback. So because I'm to be able to do that. So whatever you guys want to do. Whatever you guys want to do.
John King votes no.
I just saw that. So I'm cool with whatever. Let me know in the chat if you're in here, or I'll send out the message on the fantasy app later on today.
Yeah, that's what mine just said. It said, "Do you want to continue with the stream?" And I said yes.
YouTube's not receiving enough video to maintain. Save yourself a little bit of cake. All right. Sorry for everyone sorry that the show's buffering. A lot of people dropped out. Looks like.
Did they?
No, some people did. Internet going out. My guys thought it was my cable. Check my work computer. I'm right in the chat. Nah, it's our shit. No big deal. It's our shit. What's new? Nah, it's our shit. What's new?
Now I just got it to good.
Yeah, cool.
Phil B says you're back.
Dope. Cool.
All right, so check it out. So why don't we start out with the Supreme drop this morning? I know we probably all got tuned in because of the notorious box logo on the long sleeve T-shirt, which we haven't seen, by the way, for a multitude of years on the box logo long sleeve T-shirt. How was your experience this morning with Supreme drop?
Not good. Got in there. It was basically the same as our internet a couple minutes ago. Just spinning, buffering, wouldn't even show the picture of the Supreme box logo. Wouldn't even show the picture of any of the colors. Couldn't even select a color. By the time they came back up, everything was sold out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The quality looks so shitty on it, too. That box logo, just an ugly-ass print, really basic, marginal at best. $48, I think that was a pretty fair price for a long-sleeve T-shirt. I think I've paid that before from like a Brixton long-sleeve T-shirt. So I thought the pricing was fair for the hype. But I actually got the Navy to load in my cart and then also start processing the payment. So I got that whole thing. And then as the status bar got halfway through, it, of course, dropped out. Your item is no longer in stock. So that was my success. And I'll tell you, there was a couple of things that I actually liked from this drop. But since I didn't get the box logo and I was driving to the studio, I just skipped everything else. But I did want to mention, I actually liked this crew neck. What'd you think of this crew neck?
I thought it was okay.
The stone-washed sweater?
Yeah, it was all right.
I thought that's pretty sick.
It was all right.
But
cool.
When I saw the price, I didn't think it was $150 sick.
It was about $78 sick at the max.
I love that price. It's a
78
great price.
max.
78 max, no big deal. So I passed on that, even though I thought it was semi-cool. I guess one of the other hyped items, I believe it to be the Clientele t-shirt. Let me pull that up real quick.
Everyone's saying there's a restock on sneakers going down right now.
Is there?
Yeah. Court purples, Dal.
Ooh, I'd love to have that pair. I never have that. I never got that pair.
Court purples, tie-dyes, pine green 2.0, smokes. Yeah.
Let's see here. Smokes.
Let's see if I can get these smokes real quick. Love to have a double up on them smokes, son.
Yeah, what is it? Maybe I need to restart my sneakers.
I'm in line to get the smokes.
You ain't getting no smoke.
I'm in line to get the smokes. I'm going for the tie-dyes now, too.
Is it under the... Did you just click the Jordan Reserve drop?
Yeah.
Is that where you clicked?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. That's nice, fool.
Jordan Reserve drop. All right.
Tie-dyes.
I'm in line for the tie-dyes and the smokes.
Let me see if I can get these.
No doubt, you got to do the sneakers segment.
I know. Now there's no court purples left, so I don't want to do that.
No court purples left at all? Oh,
No
in your
court-
size.
Yeah, on my size, that is.
I'm in line for the court purples. I'm in line for all 3 and a 12. If I get them, cool. Oh, it says it's sold out my size. Who hit? Did anyone hit in the chat? Try to get those Tokyos, TTF. Super quality, super dope.
I'm trying to get the Tokyos as well.
The smokes? Tokyos? What are you guys talking about?
The silver joints.
Oh, the all silvers. God, those look...
Oh, yeah, dude, a bunch of quick L's. I'm over it.
I would never wear those, I don't think. Juro style. You said the quality's super sick. Yeah, Those look poopy to me.
They're a little shiny. Yeah, I heard the materials are really dope on there, though.
Damn.
Yeah,
Court purple's on the way. John King.
Oh, wow, John King. Good. Congratulations, bro.
John King says, hey, court purple's on the way. Come
That's
on, bro.
tight.
Give me some auto-tune. Fucking give me a McDonald's collab and some auto-tune. Fuck out of here.
All right, so to get back to the sneakers, Supreme Clientele shirt, which you see on the screen there, I heard that was kind of hyped as well. I think that looks like shit. There's nothing that I want about that at all. That reminds me of like some 90s Walmart shit. I don't know. Maybe I don't know what that means, and maybe there's something to that. But I will tell you that is from Ghostface Killah, which I'm a big Wu-Tang guy, but that logo just does not. I don't want to wear that.
Right.
I don't care if it has meaning behind his artwork from his clientele. I just don't like the shirt. So
Not feeling it.
out for me. So that kind of concludes Supreme. So it was a big L, a bunch of big L's for us.
Yeah,
and
one accessory, and it was the toothpaste. Give me a break.
I can't, dude. I couldn't even buy that to even use that. I buy toothpaste without the SLS, which is the sodium lauryl sulfate,
Yeah.
because it gives me canker sores. So that one has SLS in it.
For that reason, you're out.
I couldn't do it, so I had to be out on that.
Is your sneakers app up to date?
I think so.
I figured that's. I feel like that's important to cop.
It might be, but I can't cop anything anymore, dude. I'm so sick of that shit.
John King got the core purples on the way. Congrats, bro.
That's pretty sick.
Quality is down. Maybe it's my screen. No, dude, it's probably our shit internet. Actually, let me jump off the Wi-Fi on my damn
That might have helped.
phone. Let me jump off the Wi-Fi on my damn iPad. I don't need any of this on Wi-Fi. All right. Let's see if that helps. Let me jump off the Wi-Fi on my damn computer. No, I'm just kidding. It's connected to the internet or to the show. All right.
So let me show something that came out today that I didn't even know about. So they call this Air Raid Day, October 8th, for whatever reason. So Fear of God did their long-awaited Friends and Family Air Raid that came out today, which is super, super dope. And they dropped it on their Instagram. You know how you can shop on Instagram?
Yeah.
They dropped it on their Instagram shopping site, dude. So it wasn't on their actual website.
Oh, wow.
It wasn't...
I never bought anything off Instagram.
Yeah, so it was really weird how they did that. And by the time I got in there, I think it came out 10 o'clock our time this morning, roughly maybe 9:30. By the time I got in there, it was only like sizes 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8s. So none of our sizes, of course. All the big boy sizes were done.
Of course.
But, you know, the Raid is an interesting shoe. I like this one because of the colors, which we actually have. Little teaser. The OG Raids in studio today. Also, I'll be showing those here.
Yeah.
And this is my nice little segue here. But the coloring obviously resembles it. But I do not like the Fear of God Raid. It's a very hot shoe. My foot gets super sweaty in there. It's pretty bulky. It's not comfy. Do you remember our friend Thomas from Ascent
That's
Eyes?
exactly what I was just thinking of. I was
Yeah.
at training camp last year with Thomas from Ascent Eyes, and he was wearing those shoes, and he said his feet felt like they were on fire because they couldn't
Molten.
breathe. Yeah. He's like, wow, yeah, these shoes do not breathe well at all.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, it's pooper.
So
Pooper as
so
far
yeah.
as that.
Those came out today. I think those are pretty sick, man. I was not able to get a pair, But I'd love to have this pair and then get rid of my, OG pair of Air Raids, I guess you'd say, the all black joints. But that being said, let's get into the shoe that I brought into, one of the shoes I brought in today here.
Yeah.
The OG Raids.
Johnny Chill in the chat. What up, bro? How you doing? Let's bring some fam on the last show.
I ain't seen that man for a minute.
Johnny Chill?
Guy.
Yeah.
Miss that guy. All right, so check this out, man. I'll let you, I'll kind of explain some things as you're opening that here. I got your camera giving it a little shine here. Oh, I don't know if you want to set it on that permanent area there.
Marking up my phone.
For sure. But as you guys see, orange box, no big deal there. And they say just Air Raids on the actual label.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so, a little backstory on this shoe. So on the back, it does say for outdoor use only. So these were made to be on the outdoor concrete courts. Not a lot of people play these, on inside the courts. These are more for that, like, outside hardcore concrete street ball shoes. That's what these are supposed to be for. That was the intention here. The straps, these came out actually before the Jordan 8s, and these were the inspiration for the Jordan 8s. The straps were, which is kind of cool. So there's multitude of history on these. You also had the, I forget what the colorway was, but these also appeared in Jungle Fever, and you had the, kind of the, not the Ethiopian, but the Jamaican style colorways.
Okay.
The yellows and the reds, and that made this shoe, that put this shoe on the map as well. But a lot of history with this shoe. Very cool. It's very Raider looking now that I'm looking at him and see him. But it takes me back to Bo Jackson wearing 34.
Right.
On the Raiders, and
Totally
I think
does.
that's what I love about these. Aside from the fact that it's an OG as well, OG colorway and OG style. So I'm happy to have them.
These are heavy as shit, bro.
They're heavy, dude, aren't they?
Oh, my gosh. These are like a hiking boot. I don't know. These not my style.
Right.
But
not even the retro is appeal?
No.
No.
For outdoor use only.
Crazy,
Stamped into the outsole.
And then on the back, you also see it in the suede nubuck in writing.
Yeah.
Kind of cool. But... yeah, I like the shoe, man. It's just, again,
Heavy,
it's retro vibes.
clunky.
This is not a daily wear. This is, I don't know what this is for wear. For me, it's a collector's piece. And I believe, what does the retail say on that box? Is it 140?
140.
I got them for 120. So there was a discount with Foot Action. I think it was October something was the discount code. So I was able to get $20 off of these bad boys, which is cool. But I don't know, man. I kind of like them. I think they're cool. I think they're historical. A good little retro collector's piece. And not to be worn daily. That's for sure.
Yeah. Definitely not something I don't know. But you know me, like, I'm pretty particular. Though.
You're all about function. And I understand that. I respect that.
Particular. Yeah. Not my style, but thank you for bringing them in.
Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. So we can, let me go ahead and move these off the table here. So I brought another pair in, and it's a non-hyped pair. It's got cool technology, that's for sure. But I brought it in because like I told you, I recently won a golf tournament.
Oh, yeah.
I won a 4-man scramble.
That's right.
So I thought I'd bring in my prize that I just collected finally on these. So let me grab those real quick.
Classic. Forgot about that. Winning these joints. What are these called?
These are the Nike Air Zoom Pegasus 37s.
Pegasus.
Yeah, dude. So obviously a running shoe, not a golfing shoe, not a golfing cleat, which is weird because I won a golf tournament. But
oh man,
what do you think about these first impressions?
Just way too white for me, but
right.
I have been. I've heard this is super comfortable.
So that is React,
Yeah.
which is really nice. And then check it out. Flip it to the outsole. Let me show you something here. So in this front here, you have an airbag that's about the size of a like a beanbag, like a small beanbag in there. And they actually have it measured out at 20 millimeters, I believe, in terms of like the thickness of it, and then 17 for women. So they actually built it specifically for men and women for their pairs in the optimal and how a woman's foot flexes versus a man's. So there's a lot of tech in these. There's a lot of comfort. These are made for not marathons necessarily, but for long distance running, and supposedly really comfortable, man. But God damn, I feel like I should graduate from barbecue school with those and have 2 Coors Lights in my hands and be like just smoking some sausage.
These just look like some basic, like if you were just a regular guy, didn't know anything about shoes, you walked into the Nike outlet to just get some comfortable shoes.
Right. You put these
walk
on.
out with these. Like I could see you easily walking out with these. Like,
yeah.
Just your random guy. Yeah. Johnny Chill. These are the opposite of Black Pegasus.
Nice.
That's a box state joke. If you're unfamiliar with Black Pegasus.
Black P.
Black P is a rapper here from Colorado. Pretty funny. Yeah. That's exactly. Yep. I said what I said.
Yeah. So nothing spectacular. I was thinking about raffling them off because I'm not going to use them. I don't need them, but I don't know if anybody would need them or want them.
Yeah. Does anyone need these? Does anyone have something you could use these for? Hey, I have a job. I stand on my feet too much.
Yeah.
I mean,
size 10.
Maybe even I don't know, but you have Boost. All these people listen to the show have Boost.
Mm-hmm.
$29.99 in my outlet. John King.
Oh, I bet.
That's what he said. Sorry for the late join. Hell of a day. Thomas Yee, $9.99 in the super chat.
Oh, I love that guy.
What up, Yee? Dude, Yee, not only a hell of a day. I saw you had a hell of a. I was over here like razzing you about fantasy last week, because I took you down like I do.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm just kidding, Yee. But I heard you were having like a rough time, or I saw like afterwards you were having like a rough time, you're just having some rough shit. It sounded like you're having a Dow time, kind of like a Dow time. Dow last show. I heard last show. He was down a little bit. Sounded like you were down, but hopefully you're all good, bro. Hopefully you're doing well.
Yeah,
doing well, my guy.
You want to shoot that shot?
Thanks for the super chat. Where's it at?
Right there in front of your computer.
Donate them joints. Donate them to who, John? Who do you suggest Al donates those shoes to?
Yeah, give me something. Give me something good, and I'll do it.
Yeah, I think. Maybe he's just saying, give him to the Arc, bro.
Give him to ARC.
Ugh. Steps back. Bang. There we go. Got that.
Looking good, man.
Shot goes down. Prepping for the finals Friday night. You know. I do. What do you think? To wrap up sneakers here, you have anything more?
The only other one I wanted to show, and I think you're out on this. Again, we've talked about it multiple times. 4D Tech is back in the saddle again. No Aerosmith. This comes out the 14th, so this is obviously your triple black 1.0. They're calling it the Core Black Carbon. But again, that 4D, black midsole.
Let me see that from the side again. Yeah. Nah, I think I like the OGs better.
With purple, the purple?
Yeah.
Purple haircut.
And did it have purple? No, the 3D printing. Was it purple or was it black?
It was black.
Black.
So you had the gold lace tips.
That's
you had
right.
The purple heel cup and then the black.
I think those are better.
Yeah, I do too.
I think those are better.
So yeah, I'm not super interested in these. The raffle is available right now off of the Adidas app. So you can do that. And then right now in the Confirmed app, you also have the Quantums, which the ones that have a little bit of blue in them. So right now, this week is a busy week for Adidas. So those are the two drops upcoming for Adidas. Nothing crazy. I don't know, man. I'm having to be real picky in my day. I'm just not buying much. And if I am, I'm buying stuff on resale.
I don't think this shit's ever going to pop. I think this is a terrible idea by Adidas. I think it's past the time when everyone wanted it. Mm-hmm. And now I think you're throwing an Ultra Boost upper on a completely different midsole that's not as good as Boost. So what the fuck is the point for $220? And I think most people feel like I do. That's just bad. That's just bad.
Not even a Continental outsole.
No.
That looks like a toy outsole.
The only thing that's going to make people buy this shoe is A, they don't know what the hell's going on and they heard about 3D printing and they're like, oh, let me check out this. B, they're an Adidas fan and they want to try something new. They've been waiting for something new from Adidas because they like Adidas and they want to support you, but nothing's been grabbing their edge. It's like, let me just see what's up with those people. And that's about it. Those are the only people that are buying this shoe. No one's going and seeking this out because it's an Ultra Boost with less comfort and no boost.
Right.
Stupid.
Not good. Dirty DJ, I should say. Sorry, Dirty. He said he hit the triple black 1.0 4D for $126 off Adidas the other day. Now, if you're talking $126 for some 4D, that makes sense. $220, you got to get the hell out of here.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like shit, these were retail at $120. The Pegasus.
Speaking of 126, the College Ultra Boost the other day. Did you see those went on sale for 126?
I did, and then the code, like they took the code off within. I think it was like I don't know, 8 to 10 hours. They took the code, and the code wouldn't work for those anymore.
Right.
So I tried to get you a pair.
I know.
With the code, but all the sizes in yours, obviously in your size, were sold out.
Get on that. Pull that down.
So.
John King, I ordered the college pair for $136 and feel like I was robbed. I'll wait from now on for the Adidas outlet.
Wow.
So you think they're going to be cheaper? The college pairs are going to be at your Adidas outlet for cheaper than $136, John King? Is that what you're saying? Or you bought a pair at retail and then they went to $136? And he feels robbed that way.
I don't think you're going to see him at $136 even at the outlet.
I know. That seems...
I don't think you see anything with Boost at the outlet for that price. Maybe,
Well,
maybe
no,
some
dude,
NMDs.
no, that's not true.
Some NMDs.
He's in Florida, guy. Our Adidas outlets are real poop compared to even our Nike outlets. What he gets down there is a little better than what we get sometimes. So, he's talking from different experience down there. You got major universities and shit down there. You got big time, they get better shit in Florida.
He could find some PEs, maybe.
Maybe. He said they have all the 20s right now for less than 100.
Really?
Yeah, at his outlet. Dal might be FaceTiming you next time you go there, bro.
Yeah, the Ultra Boost 20s. Wow.
FaceTime Dal.
It's a great deal.
Ramsey, shout out to the cast. Lakers in 5. Donates $5 to the super chat. Thank you, Ramsey. Appreciate you, bro. Thanks for sliding through. Thanks for kicking it with us on a Thursday. All right, Dal, you better put this down. I know you're a little farther than me now, though. We used to be even distance, but in order to not play footsie, you had to back it up a little. Let's see what we got. Oh,
Kobe.
Bang!
There we go. 2 for 2. What up?
It's that Van Halen shirt, man.
On the super chat shots. Let's go, baby. The Ultra Boost 20s are ass. They should be free. Brian Jackson.
Dude, remember you and I went and tried those on at the outlets?
Yes.
We were not super pumped on them.
Nah, it just wasn't something that I would, if I didn't have a ton of Boost already. But even, I was going to say I could use them for running, but it just I don't even justify it because I have so many other pairs of regular Ultra Boost. Like, I don't need 20s if I'm just running, Like water. That boy got the drip. Ugh. 20s are underrated. Thomas Yee. See? He feels differently. So we all got different opinions, bro.
Right. I wonder if we should just keep the cast going. I mean, if we're not missing, we might as well just keep the cast going.
Might as well.
I mean,
what about the J Balvin collab you were telling me?
J Balvin, this is interesting.
Before you get into J Balvin McDonald's, did you see him with oh no, that's Bad Bunny.
That was Bad Bunny on with Snoop.
The shell phone? Yeah. The Corona commercial?
Yeah.
What are you doing calling me on my shell phone? All right, sorry. What with J Balvin and McDonald's, right?
Yeah, so J Balvin, so the Colombian musician now has his very own special at McDonald's based off of his favorite order. The meal comes with a Big Mac, medium fries with ketchup, and curveball, an Oreo McFlurry. The order is on sale starting Monday through November 1st in the U.S. Customers who purchase the J Balvin meal as an offer on McDonald's app will receive the Oreo McFlurry for free, according to a statement from the fast food chain. Prices vary at locations. What do you think about that?
Stupid. I don't know what they're doing.
What is McDonald's capitalizing on all these,
I guess stupid
musicians?
to us, but I don't know how much their money they're making. Are they making money? Is it bringing people in the door?
I mean,
obviously the Travis Scott did because people just wanted to go in and shoot videos and be stupid. And
I thought kids already like McDonald's. Like, why are you trying to get the kids to go to McDonald's? They already like McDonald's. Right. I don't understand.
And does he got? Oh, I guess he has the Spanish reach.
He has the Spanish reach.
Right.
Yeah, I think
Latin reach.
That's a pretty big reach.
Totally different kind of market than what your boy Travis Scott's doing. So you think whose meal you think sells better? I wish we could get numbers on that so we could see that in a couple months.
That would be sick.
Who had the better selling meal?
With that Spanish following, I'm gonna say early. I'm gonna say J Balvin wins this one.
J Balvin.
That following is man. That following is pretty big. That's for sure. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see what happens with this. Who's next? Cardi B, Bad Bunny, or Megan Thee Stallion to get a meal? Who's next out of those three? And why?
I don't know if it's any of those. I think it's more pop.
You think?
Yeah, because they went and did rap, Travis Scott.
Okay.
Then they went and did like the Latin market there. I think it goes pop next. Or I think it goes like a pop star. Still appeals to younger, but I think it goes pop demographic.
Adam Levine?
I think it's Meg Thee Stallion might be good because you need a female. She's rap though.
Yeah, you need a female.
You got to get a woman going next.
And I don't think Taylor Swift would sign up with McDonald's.
Right.
Stop.
Yeah, that's another thing. You got to get someone that actually eats McDonald's and maybe
The Miley Cyrus meal?
McDonald's is more of like a look at the two guys, look at Travis Scott, look at Balvin. They probably didn't grow up in the greatest. Fast food is hood food. You know what I mean? It isn't. Rich people ain't eating a ton of McDonald's.
Right.
Or they're not feeding their kids a ton of McDonald's, I don't think. Maybe they are. Maybe I'm what is it called? Stereotyping.
Yeah.
But I feel like, dude, maybe it's because I live in the hood and there's one on every corner. But fast food is just, and I've never gotten more coupons since I moved to the hood. I've never in my life had more fast food coupons in my mailbox than now. They try to get, man, that is their demo. The Machine Gun Kelly meal, dude.
Oh, what about the Biebs meal?
The Bieber meal.
You could do the Bieber meal.
Yeah,
That's
and he eats that. He'd be.
Oh yeah, he looks like. You seen him with the mustache, and he got acne all of a sudden. He's looking pretty bad. He's looking pretty homeless. That's
Real
for sure.
quick, the Machine Gun Kelly Tickets to My Downfall? What'd you think?
I thought it was pretty good.
Did you hear? Oh yeah,
Yeah, I thought I streamed it. I think I ran through it one time, like from first to last song. But Travis Barker obviously was a huge inspiration. A lot of pop punk, and I thought it was good, man. A lot of artists when they kind of get out of said genre that they're known for, obviously that creates some opinions out there. And, I think there was a lot of that, but I think when an artist can be versatile and kind of go from genre to genre or explore different avenues, I think that's great. And I call it crazy, but I'm a big pop punk guy. Like I love the Blink stuff. I love the old Goldfinger stuff, Less Than Jake. I'm a big fan of that type of music, so I think it's great, man, and him doing what he wants. He even said that when he was doing rap, he just wasn't as interested in it. It wasn't like making him happy. And he says, in an interview here recently, he said, dude, this is kind of my roots. This is what I grew up on. I'm loving it. And to be different and to be myself, he's like, I wouldn't have it any other way. So I'm happy for him, man. I think it's good.
I heard him on Howard Stern.
Oh, did you?
He did a Stern interview, and he talked about how he kind of got scared away from guitar at a younger age because everyone, made fun of him or whatever. It just wasn't
so
the
much
cool
better,
thing, and rap was just cooler and whatever. So he got into this other lane, and then he got back to guitar at like 25. Now he's 30, and he just said he kind of got back to it. And I thought it was interesting. They were asking about what his label thought and like were they giving him any flack for it or any change. He said no, it was really like supportive, and no one really even knew he was just doing this. He kind of just was doing his own thing and then decided to come out with songs. And another thing I thought was interesting was COVID. The album was set to release the beginning of this year, and then COVID hit, and he's like, dude, we had 5 songs that got added to the record that wouldn't have been on there, and they're like some of the best songs on the album. Like, I'm so happy COVID. Like, he's like, everything has just been working out the way it should, whether it's the Eminem beef, whether it's the movies, the dirt, all the stuff that he's been doing. He's like, it's just working out the way it should. Like, I'm not pushing anything. I'm not over forcing it.
That's pretty cool.
And he said he's reconnected with God over the past few years because he said that it's, he's like, I was never like, I haven't been super religious, but I feel like his pops passed away. Or no, I'm sorry, his aunt passed away.
Okay.
And he said he's been, and maybe his pops too. Oh, his pops did just pass away. I'm sorry. His pops passed away and his aunt passed away. And he lost both of them. He wasn't super close with his dad. Him and his dad reconnected later on in his life. But he said that God's been coming to him in like weird ways, like in the wind and in just different things like he'll be doing. He'll be going somewhere. He'll be, he's like, man, I was just having the roughest time one day. Just such a rough day. And it's after my dad had passed away. And he's like, we never bonded on music. We never, ever bonded on music. We had total opposite tastes. But for some reason, the song Old Man by Neil Young.
Oh, that's a great song.
He's like, we fucking bonded on that song before he died. I have no idea why. And like, I was just playing it on guitar in the hospital. And then he's like, man, I was just having the roughest fucking day. And it had been about, I don't know, a few months since his dad died. And he's just like, all right, I'm ready for you to come, like, your spirit to come back and be cool. And he said like he just broke down, started crying one day and was super sad. And then he woke up the next day and was driving somewhere and he was still thinking about all that. And then he just turned on the radio, dude, an old man just on the radio. And he's like, oh, thank God, a sign, my dad's here. He's now with me again. And he said he just got these things like that just kept happening to him in different ways. And it was a cool interview, dude. It was
glad.
really, really cool. And I thought going pop punk with the whole different direction with the album, it doesn't feel forced. It feels kind of like he's doing just what he wants to do. What were you going to say?
You know
glad
what? I'm just happy that someone's 2020 is going well. I mean, all things considered, he had to deal with some death, it sounds like, and maybe not just this year, but yeah, sounds like he's in a good place. Got right with God. He's got a great album out. He's dating Megan Fox. Is that her name?
Yeah, Megan Fox. Yeah,
I mean,
I had to think for a second.
Dude,
Things
not
are
a bad
going
life
good.
right now.
Yeah, it sounds like he's super in love too. So
Wow.
we'll see how that goes.
Good
but
for him, GK, man.
yeah, dude, it's interesting. But my girlfriend said it best. She's like, this sounds like a mix of Blink-182 and Sum 41.
Oh, so totally.
But I thought it was good. I enjoyed it. I've listened to it through a few different times, a couple different times. Couple things that I didn't love, but overall, I thought it was still pretty good. Whoa, is this true? Black Prez. Chargers coach Anthony Lynn announces rookie Justin Herbert will be the starting quarterback going forward. Look at that.
I think
Let's
it's
see.
deserved.
Yeah, but he's referring to the debate we were having on the show
Yeah, did we put any money on that?
where I said Anthony Lynn.
To Rod?
I think we just put 5. I was like, I'll put 20. You were like, let's calm down. Let's just go 5. And I was like, all right. So you could have had 20. But yeah, I think I'm seeing this. I'm seeing the same thing. This is a move that was inevitable. Blah 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 blah. Is it because Taylor's lung is not going to be healthy this year though? Or bad luck for Tyrod. This is a no-win situation for Lynn. Blah 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 blah. Doesn't look. Yeah, I have to get more info. Major lawsuit for Tyrod Taylor, Dirty DJ. That's what it feels like to me, right?
Yeah, no doubt.
Doesn't it? Jesus. Love that new MGK record. Pop punk is my life. Dalton Ward. Yeah, dude, I thought that was good.
Mm-hmm.
Check out the Stern interview too, man. If you guys, you can probably find it somewhere if you don't have Sirius or whatever, but check that out too. I thought it was a really good listen. I thought it was great. He did a great job with it. Talked about playing beer pong with Post Malone the night before too, because they shot some new show. Him and Post Malone, like it's like a beer pong show.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so he's
Man,
talking about that.
Just living the
He's
life.
living next to he's living next to out in LA. He's living next to 2 different guys. One of them's a real estate guy. Like he's on TV too, like Selling Hollywood or whatever the fuck those shows are. Like some annoying gay real estate dude. And then the other person is Terrence from 106th and Park, the black dude that was on 106th and Park on BET, the host forever. He lives next to Machine Gun Kelly too in the neighborhood. So he's talking to Howard about how the other dudes calls cops on him all the time because they're being too loud. Now he's a shitty neighbor. How him and Terrence are all cool. And he just pops his head over Terrence's fence all the time. He's like, yeah, Kevin Durant will be over there one day. Fucking Mike Tyson will be over there one day. Yeah, just like different celebrities. It's pretty dope.
That's tight.
It's that house flipper guy, Dirty DJ said. Yeah, I don't know his name. Yeah, he hates MGK. It was funny. Very funny interview.
Well, since you're speaking of Howard Stern, then we can get out of here. So there was some controversy around him stating a day or two ago that he was reportedly going to get a new contract with Sirius. Over $120 million contract. Now, we look at his current contract. He is paid between $80 million and $100. So this new contract, they were going to actually put him above $120 million, dude, which is crazy. But him and his agent actually just came out yesterday and said, hey, we've heard about a contract, but there's no signing yet. Nobody's had a contract. Nobody's issued a new contract yet. These are all rumors, and I'm here to report that there is no new contract yet. So it sounds like he is up for a big payday. Sounds like he's probably going to get it. What do you think about that?
Well, when you said I'm confused because I thought he already was getting. I thought his first deal when he signed in 2006 was a 10-year deal worth about $450 million or so.
Mm-hmm.
Then it expired in 2016. I heard he signed a new 5-year deal at that time for 400 and around the same, something around 400 or 480 maybe,
Right.
for 5 years, for half the time. And he was only doing 3 shows a week.
That's crazy.
So when you said he already signed 120 or he signed 120 in his current deal, I thought he was above that.
Oh, and I don't know if that was per year.
There
but
it is. Here it is. 1 day ago, I got
Yeah,
you.
you got it?
I got you. one day ago, talked about all the other deal. Howard signed $100 million it was $100 million per year.
Wow.
5 years ago.
Okay.
So 5-year deal, $500 million.
Right.
This new one,
Upwards of 120.
is it per year?
I would think so. It's the same one. They've just upped the ante.
But all I'm seeing is a $100 million payday. Stern told his agents, $120 million a year.
A
Yep.
year. That's what I'm seeing.
Damn, dude.
Isn't that crazy? So check this out.
So he does another 5 or what?
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, I think he would.
What do you do with that, dude?
I don't know, man.
What do you do with a $500 million contract, a $450 million contract, and now a new one worth $120 a year for a minimum of what, at least 3?
At least 3.
What do you do with that? Sirius has paid you over $1 billion. Just Sirius. Not talking endorsements, not talking anything else you've done, private parts, anything else. $1 billion. Like, what do you do there?
And then America's Got
he works
Talent.
3 days a week.
America's
I
Got
know,
Talent.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
not including any of that shit.
I mean, it's crazy. But you got to think about how many subscribers have their Sirius account for Howard. So you look at what a Sirius account, $13 a month, let's say $10 a month, and then you do that times 100,000, you do that times 500,000. However many subscribers you think you may lose if you did not lock up Howard Stern yet again for another 3 to 5. I don't know. That's big money. We're talking.
I know.
And a lot of people would argue like Howard's not the same as he was 25 years ago. He's not as edgy. He's not as cool. He's not this. He's not that. Man, he is older, but I think his interview style is still legit. I think he's still changed with the times. I think he still gives one of the best interviews of all time and at this time. But it's interesting how maybe he isn't as good as he once was. So maybe he's going down from that aspect in a way. I guess you could spin it, but yet his money keeps going up. You could spin it either way.
He's been a way better interviewer than he was in his earlier days.
Yeah.
When he was more shock jock shit, that's what got him where he was. But it was hard for him to get a lot of interviews. There was a lot of people skeptical that wanted to go on his show because it was more porn stars and it was more, a lot of the shock jock shit. As he went into Sirius and probably after 2010, 2012, people really started to take him serious as an interviewer, and he got so many more celebrities to come on the show. And now, it's everyone from, like we said, MGK to Tom Brady to Meg the Stallion, freaking whoever. You know what I mean? Like
the performances are astronomical as well.
Yeah, the
that he does.
Are awesome on there.
Awesome.
The live performances, they do a great job with that too. That's just crazy. I guess the lights went out, or the camera went out, or something died for a minute. But
yeah, it did. Yours went out.
Oh, this one? Oh, this one over here. It was on me. Just died. Whatevs. Cool, Dow. All right, I guess that's what we'll leave it for the day, bro.
Get out of here.
Is there any UFC this weekend? I haven't even looked.
Oh, I haven't had time to look either.
Let me see if there's a UFC event this weekend. I'm gonna get the hell out of here. I think it just seems like there has been since the pandemic started. There's a fight night or a pay-per-view every weekend. You know there's gonna be fights. You know there's gonna be UFC shit. 3 events upcoming. Saturday, October 10th, Marlon Moraes. That's right.
Moraes.
Cody Sanhagen.
And
that's
then
right. Saturday night.
And then Edson Barboza in the featherweight.
Oh, in the in the co-main. Ben Rothwell. Oh my gosh, this is a pretty good card. Huh.
Yeah, I'll probably have to check that out.
I'll check it out.
God, so much happening.
Saturday fight night, I know. It's nuts, huh?
Failby says, just the Eels finals game this weekend, fools.
Oh, the Eels are playing this weekend too? Jeez, put it on the board.
Oh, the jersey ready.
The Eels have the jersey ready. Someone said earlier, I think Jalal's the Don. That was underrated. I loved that a lot. That was pretty hilarious.
Anything's possible!
All right, fellas. Thank you guys for donating in the super chat today, man. Appreciate all of you that got involved there. And thanks to everybody that tuned into the chat. Sorry for the streaming shit. I don't know what's going on with our internet in this building. We have been paying the bills. We have been doing our stuff. I don't know if the guy next door brought his kid in, bring your kid to work day, and brought his Xbox connected on the COD with the internet. I don't know what's happening, fellas. But I apologize for the delays today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the show, man. Thank you again for everyone that comes here on the weekly. Thank you to all the Patreon members We continue to be able to do the show because of you guys. You guys keep us afloat. New merch is on the way. If you guys have been looking forward to new merch, shout out to my guy Neighborhood. Killed the design on it. New merch, hoodies, and a tee will be dropping soon. We're getting our samples this week, so once we get those in, we'll be able to start getting things printed up and get some samples and everything put up for you guys to cop some new merch.
Bet.
With all that being said, in the meantime, in between time, you get yours, I'll get mine. We'll see you fools on Monday.
Rest in peace, Eddie.